Hello, hi, hello, hi, good time zone. Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm looking up there, but that's the light and that's very bright. How are you? How are you right there? Are you good? I had a bit of a mishap with my eyelashes. I woke up with one on. So, Kay, I hope you're okay. No, do not worry. What? You're totally fine. You're totally fine. You can say what you like here. We're set to mature today. Maria, I hope you get better signal. Hi, Schlebs. Hey, you can't prove it. You can't prove it. I did not lick the plate. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't believe it. You don't have to behave. I mean there will be like auto mod. Hello, AA. What? Anyway. Schlebs. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. AA had no idea what you're talking about, but we get a lot of trolls on there, so could just be a troll. How you all doing, mate? How you all doing? I had a big... Oh, this is what I had. And I moved it. And then I had to change it. And then for some reason it reset. So I've got to move it around. Our stream today is a very special one. We are going to be talking with Fox Undercover. And I'm just going to move stuff over here. Move stuff around. So I can share the title of the stream in both places at once. Ooh, ooh. Let me just make that a bit smaller. There we go. There we go. I'm my guy. I'm 38. Anyway. Right. I'll add. I won't be able to do it. Oh, actually, let me see if I can do it. I haven't got a lot of time, but I need to go on to YouTube itself to then make you. How I can do that here, can't I? Right. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Just while you've got me, because otherwise I'll forget. So actually, it's quite good. Okay, done. Done. All right, good. All right, chat. Chat. Yeah. Thank you. Hello, Burnt Crisps. Hello. Hello. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month as well. And happy Pride Month. Hello, Evening Music. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm very excited. Pride! Happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride. Do you like my heart on my cheek? Do you like it? Hello, Rich. Hello. We are about to knock on Fox Undercover's door. Fox Undercover is our special guest for today, and he is going to be talking us through his experiences as a trans person and about accommodating the needs of a trans person in a relationship. This is something that I'm super interested to hear Fox's experience and story, because everyone's is varied, everyone's is different. So I'm very, very excited to talk to him about it. And this I think we're both on the neurodivergent side as well, so it could be absolute chaos, but I think it's a really important stream, and that's why I wanted a raid train spot as well, so that we can talk and have more people listen and hear experiences. I don't speak for trans people, but I support trans people. I am an ally, and I want to do whatever I can to amplify trans people's voices and the voices of those in minority groups. That is so important to me, and I want to use my platform. So that is also why we're here today. Yes. Okay. I'm going to tell them that we're loading up, and let's see how this works. This is our second ever stream together, It's going to be fine, right? It's going to be absolutely fine. Now, let me see if I can turn my camera on. Virtual cam. It works. Hello? Okay? Move some stuff around because whilst you guys can't see everything, they can see a lot more than you guys. So we want to make the place look tidy, everyone. On your best behaviour. On your best behaviour. Yeah, Mia, if you've got a headache, I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay. Hi, Ruby Loves Channel. Hello. Right. Let me see. Invite guests. Mic is on, videos on. Fox Undercover is live. And we are going to send an invite and see what happens. Hello, friends. If I don't interact so much, it's just because we're going to be all interactive and stuff. Hello, Cookie. But we'll try and keep up with as many of you as possible. I'm also going to change my screen. Now, let me see. I wonder if Fox can hear me or see me. Share chat is enabled. Let me see, can I? Hello. All right. I can see. I just can't hear just yet. But, and also, thumbs up if you're okay for me to put you on my screen. All right. Excellent. Oh my God. Hello.
And I'm confused.
Oh.
But I'm not hearing anything.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Oh.
It should work.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
It's
Hi.
me. It was me.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I need to just
Is my
I don't
camera
brain
weird as well?
today.
No. Is my camera all weird as well? I feel like my camera's not in. Like...
I don't think so. You can check. I have you right now on the stream, so you can check that out. Also, yes. This is gonna be fun.
Hi, friends. I know. I'm so nervous.
Same.
Like I don't know. I'm like suddenly I don't know how to be, what to do. When like
when
no.
you that is literally what is going through my brain. Okay, I'm gonna
Right.
Oh no.
Right.
I just moved things that I didn't want to move. Oh,
That's fine. We can have some time and like move stuff around as well. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so everyone can say hi, you know, chats can say hi to each other and get to know each other and all that, you know?
Yeah, you guys keep talking.
Yeah, you guys keep talking. We do our things. You guys keep talking. I need to reset. Wait, do I need to?
Foxy, they say you can't hear me, but they can see.
Oh yeah, wait,
right?
just a second. I might have actually fucked it up a little bit. Excuse me.
You're totally fine.
Wait, how was it? It was because it should have control audio via OBS. Then why is it not working?
It's weird, isn't it? Is it because
It's kind of weird.
Let me see.
Because I don't want the double audio.
I'm also doing a couple of things.
What if I do this? This should actually work. Oh. I mean, I can see it. Yeah, they can definitely see that.
Okay.
Okay, Josie's already not behaving. God damn it, Josie!
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oop.
Now they should. Oh. Now
Sorry,
they should hear you at least.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, it should be fine.
Testing,
at least on
testing.
that.
1, 2, 3. Oh, we have one little troll. They asked, "Why am I gay?" Well,
Oh.
it's not a choice, really. Thanks for
Why
asking.
not?
Have a great day. Have a gay day, actually. That would
Oh yes, have a gay day.
be
So true.
love that.
Okay, I think everything should be fine now.
Okay.
I think. I do sometimes. Sometimes your microphone is picking me up just a tiny bit.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder.
'Cause-
If my headset
Unless-
is so loud that you can maybe. let me tell you down in my headset because it could be that. Is that
I don't
better?
because, I mean, there's. I guess so. I don't hear anything, so that probably fixed it.
Fingers crossed. Sometimes I
Fingers
listen to
crossed.
things like super loud and I forget that people might be able to
Yeah,
hear me.
that's fine. It be like it, you know. Okay, this is gonna be. By the way, this is like my second. What is it called? Second time using shared chat. So
Same.
I
We're
am
second timers.
confused.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like that for a while, but that's okay.
That's okay. Wait, I'm still moving you around in my camera box thingies.
That's okay. Hello, Moi31 and Symmetry and Soraya.
It's Moi.
Moi.
You're.
Josie. Ach, Nick.
Oh my god. You know what? I am afraid of reading people's names on chat because I'm afraid that I'm gonna just say it wrong. And I have dyslexia, so it's like an inevitable.
Yeah.
It always happens. Also, you can see bunnies in the background, by the way. Just sometimes.
I was gonna say
have bunnies.
I saw a bunny in one of your. I think it was in one of your
Mhm.
streams before, and I was like, oh my god, I need to ask what their names are.
Yes. So I got like 3 bunnies in general. Okay. You do you, obvious. That's fine. I actually have three bunnies and a cat. The 2 bunnies like sometimes run around in the background is Vincent and Teddy. Teddy is a girl. Vincent is a boy. Teddy was supposed to be a boy, but it turns out that you know she don't got balls, so like,
that kind of helps with rabbits, huh?
Yeah, it's, you know what, sometimes like when they are young, when the bunnies are really young, it is really hard to tell what gender they are, so that's kind of, you know. And then I mean, we just kind of joke around about it, me and my girlfriend. We just kind of joke around about it and say like, oh yeah, like it's just like me, you know, maybe like you know, she was supposed to be a boy, but she's a girl, and I'm the other way around, you know.
Yeah,
You never know.
You never know. I have a cat called Paul, and she's a girl. So we are like, we have similarities with our pets.
I actually have, my cat is also called Stefan, which is a male name.
Ah,
But it's a she too. So it's like just the thing that it, you know, I feel like this happens. And yes, Nick is very right. My bunnies are divas, literally just divas.
Nice. Well, they're very cute. Yeah, they're very cute. Right.
Okay, I'm just checking if the chat is okay. Now the chat is now the chat is doing on my side, because I'm looking and it's doing the double, like the chat that I have between us. It's doing the double the messages.
Oh.
Okay, I know how to fix it. It's fine. I know how to fix it.
You can get rid of Elias, by the way. That's okay. I hope they find strength and love in their lives. Sorry about this.
Oh, well, I got flashbanged by Stream Elements.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was just covering my ass because I was just flashbanged over there. Also, yes, by the way, another thing, because I have redeems like push-ups, so I might just sometimes go do that. And also, this what Josie just redeemed, which is a flex, so I have to do that.
Hey! Oh my goodness. Do you want me to do it with you? Oh, mine's not as good.
Yes, let's go. Next time we just do it together. Yes. So just an FYI, it will happen. It can happen. It will happen. They will never let me.
They will give you peace. So. I've already saw them earlier messing with you.
Yeah.
They seem quite fun, you know.
Oh no,
Those
they are
incredible.
awesome. Nah, I love this community so much. Genuinely, it is just and like a lot of people from my community are very much LGBT and just yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hoping
same.
we're gonna have a lot to talk about today. So yes,
Yeah, same. I love it. Like you kind of give the vibes out that you want back, and there seems to be a lot of that, which I've loved about Twitch and just community and streaming and stuff. So yeah, exactly the same. Everyone's so welcoming and inclusive and nice. Hello
exactly.
everyone that's joined as well. I feel so weird doing. I know you said this as well. Like we both want to be like interactive constantly. Are we gonna? We
Yes.
also gonna focus on the conversation, but we won't ignore you all. That's like important as
Yes,
well, right?
I guess we're just gonna try to like pick and choose kind of sometimes. So
Yeah.
at the same time, we apologize if some of the messages are gonna get lost in there.
Yeah.
We have a thing that we want to talk about and a focus, and we do encourage any questions about the topic that we're gonna be talking about and all of that, and yeah. So
Yeah.
it's if you have any questions about the topic that we're gonna be talking about, it's gonna be way easier for us to address that question, address that message in chat.
Absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
that should help.
That's a good starting point. Or
Yes.
I guess like so my community. This is their first time meeting you. Do you want to tell us like a
True.
very basic overview, or tell us a bit about yourself and what you would like to share? Because no, there's no wrong answer.
I mean,
It's a big
oh my
question.
God.
It's a big question.
Oh my God.
Or if you want to just, how would you introduce yourself? I don't know. Maybe
I mean, you know what? I will for now. I will just give you what I usually give for like raids, right? Usually say that first of all, I'm Fox. Well, I mean, Fox is not my actual name, of course, but I go by Fox on the internet, and
Yeah.
I am very much a variety streamer. I usually like mostly play Valorant, Minecraft, and Repo. There's like the usual games that I'm playing, but also I've started The Last of Us part 1, sorry, and I'm so in love with it so far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I'm a trans person. I'm a trans man, so I do not have a PP. That is very much a redeem also that we have like a sound bit thingy. So
Yeah.
it's very much overplayed a lot of the times. And I
That's a
mean
good one though.
that's kinda it. I don't really say anything more.
No, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's like for the raids, you know. But I mean, we're gonna go way more in depth in it. So
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
what is Serafina talking? What song? Reading your bio on your about
song?
page, and now I have that song. What is my bio? I don't even remember that. It was such a long time ago that I set it up. That is like I don't even remember.
What does it say? Detachable.
I'm sorry. What? Okay.
Explain.
Yes, please explain.
Oh, not you. Not you to explain.
I need to explain. I don't even know that song.
Oh.
I mean I don't know that song, but I do have my bio just says that wait. It literally says that I don't have a PP, get over it. Something like that. Oh no! Trans with no PP, get over it is detachable. That's fair. Yeah, detachable parts really goes in there, you know?
Oh, is there a song like that then?
Apparently so. I don't know. I'm as confused as you are.
Okay.
You know?
Fair enough.
And thank you for the follow.
Fair enough. I have another like big kind of question, but
Yes.
we can start small and it can like I don't know about you, but I'm neurodivergent, so I go off in tangents quite a lot, and I have ADHD and all over the place. But also like I'm aware of it. I also have autism, and I talk about these things a lot because I think it's important to share, like for awareness and stuff. But coming out, right? So it's not a one-time thing. What have your experiences been coming out to like with family, work? I know we'd be talking about relationship stuff as well because that's huge in a relationship. I can imagine.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, The thing is, in general, I had a pretty good experience with coming out. Like, in general, I didn't have that many issues because, like, most of my family is okay with it. Also, hi Gwen, by the way. Like, most of my family is very much like good and with it, and like my sister is gay, so that's another thing. Like, she kind of, I always say that she kind of paved the way for me for
Yeah.
me to just kind of like then come out. But at the same time, I had to come out not only once with, because at first I came out, like my first coming out was to my mom, said that I'm bi, which also I'm pan, by the way. Figured
That's
that
how
out later on.
mine developed a bit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it develops, but yeah, at first I had to say that I had to come out as bi, so that was like one thing. Whereas to my siblings, I didn't really have to do that because they kind of knew. I don't know,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
but then I had to again come out saying that I'm trans, which was very much more nerve-wracking because there I didn't really have a paved way. And
Yeah.
also, it's like easier a little bit. Like, I don't want to take away from anyone's experience, of course, because every coming out story is a very emotionally hard for everyone
Yeah.
in the moment. So, but I feel like a lot of the times trans people have the issue of not the issue, I need to find better words. uh, Trans people have it really hard with coming out, in the sense that it's not just about who I love, something that you don't really see from a day-to-day life. Like, you don't see, I don't know, I don't see my sister, for example. I don't see her just constantly walking around with her girlfriend by hand and just like kissing and everything like that. Whereas for me, it's like, from the point of when I come out as, oh hey, by the way, I'm trans and I identify as this, to the point of where I am right now, there was a lot of changes in both like physical appearance and also my mental state. So it was very much more nerve-wracking and took a big, like, it took a lot to really get into that. And also, I mean, just every time just coming out, and unfortunately I still have to out myself very often, because I did not have my legal name changed,
Oh,
but that's just on
that's
Poland
long.
being stupid.
Yeah, that's a long process, and I remember you saying that it's difficult where you're from as well.
Yeah.
That it's just they don't make it easy. So that's quite frustrating. And yeah, I guess so. That is nice that your family are supportive and they've been supportive, because, like you say, like not everyone gets a positive experience with. I mean, multiple positive experiences. So that is really nice to hear. And yeah, what about like work? I think you telling me about work. You have like interesting experiences
Yeah.
with work. If you're okay to talk about that, you don't have to.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. That it isn't like yes, I will be talking about that. I am totally fine with talking about that in general. Because I work in sports industry. I'm not only that, I work as a climbing instructor. So when I first came out, also to like, no, when I first found out, or like, got everything in my brain, to get that like all figured out in my brain, that like, oh yeah, this is who I am. I already was at the moment, a climbing instructor, so I had a group of people that I was teaching and that knew me before I started transition.
Okay.
So I had to go to them and be like, oh hey, by the way, this is who I am actually. And like, so like some of them really took it very well and were just like very supportive, and even were like, ha, I knew it, the usual.
Yeah.
Which was, I mean, it was really lovely. I don't know, I found it funny. I found like it was good in general, in my opinion. But then I also had other than adults where they took it well, I had people who, of course, like dropped out, which I don't really care if they dropped out. It's their loss, not mine. So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I also was doing kids climbing classes at the time, which means I had like kids from age 8 till 11, and sometimes even younger than 8. So I
Right.
also had my cousin in there who was, I don't know, she was like 6 maybe, and she had a very hard time understanding that. And as much as like her parents understood it and didn't have any issues with it, for her, I had to really like take her to the side and just like talk to her about it and kind of explain it. And I mean, it ended up really well in the end that we talked about it. But it's yeah, it's just like over and over again, just coming out on that. Which I'm happy now that I don't have to really do that, because it was really, like I said, nerve wracking. And also the whole thing of like I wasn't passing at the time too.
Right.
So like that's another
That can
thing where
people can ask you like questions about that, can't they? Or go like, "What? But how come? But you don't look
yeah.
like a man." But like,
Or you don't sound like it's like
yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of things.
which
Yeah,
is like that's a whole load of things that like you're getting through yourself as well about what how you want to express yourself. But I think people don't always understand because they're not experiencing it. They're just not in your shoes. That they just there's a lot of kind of misunderstandings there. I've witnessed that quite a bit, and it's kind of unfair that people kind of challenge it at times. But it's nicer when it's kind of taken as like, oh, I'd love to find out more, and I'd love to hear more about your experiences or what you can tell me, that kind of thing. I think it's nice when people are more inquisitive, as opposed to just dismissing or you know, saying, oh well, you don't look like, someone said I don't look gay.
oh yeah, that's
and I'm like, okay, like to look gay, you just have to look like a person. So
exactly.
it's like yeah, or whatever. Just kind of strange people. But anyway,
Actually, can I ask very quickly, what do you identify as sexuality wise? Well, sexuality wise.
I say queer now because
Okay.
I started out life thinking that I was I was bisexual. I liked women. I felt that like I had a couple of male partners when I was younger, and I then ended up having some female partners as I got older. And I was like, okay, this is what this is. And then I realised I was pan because I was like, I kind of find people attractive regardless of gender. That's kind of that. And I think for me, I was like, queer felt like a better fit because it felt like depending on who I like or where I am or what I don't know, who I'm attracted to at the time, like it just moves around. Like I don't find myself attracted to many men anyway. Like no offense
Understandable.
to the men, but my current partner and maybe like a wrestler I find attractive. But apart from that, Roman Reigns, just in case anyone knows who that is, he's kind of a hot guy. And my partner even my partner is a straight guy, but he's like super supportive of the community and really he fancies him. So this guy is like hot. Anyway, Roman Reigns, look him up. No, but yeah, where was I going with that? I think more of the time I find myself attracted to women, and so yeah, like I just say queer because it just feels easier to kind of explain it as like a like that. Hello everyone.
It just
that's
feels the
joining
best,
as well.
I guess.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say that in brackets, pardon me while I get my gay license out for you. That actually, I had to stop myself from laughing because I read that.
I almost missed that, so I'm glad you caught that. In brackets is great. Hello.
That was amazing.
Do you know what? That would be good. That would be good to just get a fake one. If
Oh
anyone
my God,
challenges it,
yes.
like, here's the proof. I don't
Yeah,
know.
here's a proof I'm gay, you know? No, but that also happens very often. We're getting a little bit sidetracked, but I'm
Eh,
fine with it.
it's
But it
alright.
happens very often where a lot of people get just like their sexuality gets put to the side because they are like from the outside they seem like a normal, normal heterosexual couple, right? Because like for example, same thing with me and my girlfriend, where if you look at us when we're outside, we just look like a hetero couple, but like in reality, I'm trans, I'm pan, and she is also like I guess queer. She never really like puts a label on it because she doesn't really care.
Yeah.
So but like if someone looks from the outside, it's like, oh yeah, they look at us and nah, there's no way that they are part of LGBT.
Yeah, they say
You
that
know.
to us as well. That we were even at a drag show a few weeks ago, and someone was like, "Oh, the hetero couple over there," and I was just
Oh,
like, "Oh." But yeah, it's like that.
just
Just people can assume, and it's good to not assume. It's good to not assume. I always say it's good to not assume, even if you
exactly,
think like it's definitely good to not assume. And there's this a
exactly.
whole like topic I could talk about like bi erasure and pan erasure and just like people
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying
That's
like, well,
that's
yeah,
yeah.
you don't you fancy more than one, but and then because you're with a partner of this, like, well, if you're with a girl, you must be a lesbian then. If you're with a guy, you must be hetero
Ah,
then. Like,
yes,
it's like,
yes.
no, you don't understand, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll try and
Also, thank you for the
educate,
follow.
but sometimes if people are willing to learn, that's great. But if
Yeah,
they kind of shut it down, I don't always give people the time of day. It depends on the situation. If it was family or friends, I'd be a bit more willing to talk. Um, if it were like some random on YouTube, I probably wouldn't care as much. Um,
yeah, very
but
true.
it's important to at least try and educate people, but don't waste your energy on on
Just
things.
you know what they say. There's no point in arguing with stupid.
Yeah, yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
basically,
yeah.
you just gotta nod and agree with them, and then they're just gonna go away and just let you be. Because it's
Exactly.
gonna, and I hate like I know that, but at the same time I still argue a lot of the times because I am the kind of a person that like just loves to
You want to speak up?
educate people if I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
speak up.
And same. Like I will challenge things. I always say
Yeah.
it's so important to challenge things because if you don't, whose side are you on? Kind of thing. Ad, you said I'm curious. Is that part of the reason you identify as queer instead of pan or bi because of people doing that? Not really. I just did it because I just felt it fit more into what I feel I can say. I think. Is that why people just nod and agree with me, said Josie? People do that a lot to me
I
too.
said it's because she's hot. That's why.
Oh,
Just this
well,
is the kind of like relations behavior that I have between me and Chad. So that's kind of what we have going on.
that's
We
fine.
just
That's totally fine.
we
Well,
just jokingly flirt with each other all the time. Also, I did want to say because I saw where is it? I lost it. I
somewhere.
lost the message. Oh no, because Serafina said it's tricky with the change, with the name change, the UK, because UK is really bullshit right now with just everything. I mean, Poland is not better either. I literally had to sue my own parents, so
Oh man.
yeah, but yeah, I've heard about UK, and UK is generally really really bad with it, and it is really sad to hear that. It is really sad to hear that. Also, with
Yeah.
the medical care for trans people, that is also, it takes a lot of time to get the medical help with it. So yeah, I don't want to out anyone from the chat, but there are people that are trans in the chat that are from UK. So yeah,
Yeah. we have a few people who are trans in the chat, and we have a few people who've had difficulty with medical stuff and having medical records deleted and stuff like that, or having to medical people messed up their medical records, and that was quite frustrating.
I love that.
Exposed as trans from the UK.
We
have some trans people from the UK as well.
I didn't even say that. Like, God damn it. Yes, actually, you're gonna get those 4 dates. Don't worry about it. But yes. So the UK, the name change is easy, but the rest is for Poland. It is, everything is just hard. I guess actually for Poland, for the medical transition was actually pretty easy. It still took me like a good year or so to get on testosterone and start my medical transition. Mainly because I also had to deal with, like, at first I went to a sexologist, because in Poland you have to have like 4 different papers from different professionals that state that yes, you are actually trans. And I went to my sexologist, and she said like, oh, you know what, because I see that you have a lot of social anxiety and just anxiety in general, that I think it would be better to first work on that through therapy, and then after we work through that, then you can come back to me, and then we can start you on the medical transition, or like on the way towards a medical transition, because she didn't want for me to have the paper and then just like put it in the drawer and be too scared to change anything, which is very a valid reasoning behind it also. And I'm really glad that she did help me, because I didn't know prior to that. I didn't know that I have anxiety. And then I went to therapy, and not only at that point, the therapist was like, oh yeah, you have depression, social anxiety, and just general anxiety disorder.
The nice little list, yeah.
Yeah, the nice little list. So like, great.
But it's good to know.
So,
it's good to know, so you can like work through it and be more.
Yeah, exactly. And I know what is happening right now with me. Thanks to that, I know a lot of my things that are happening with me right now are because of that. It's not because I'm just, this or that. It's just because I have anxiety, and that is why I might be reacting this way or that way towards some things. I got some tea.
At first, I thought you meant
Dziękuję.
like, I'll drink some tea as well.
Yeah, I got some tea. Like my girlfriend just brought me some tea because my throat hurts, so she brought me some tea.
You said you weren't feeling too good. I hope you feel better soon. That's not.
I mean, it's fine. It's just the throat kind of hurts. Not hurts. It's like scratchy.
Yeah, it's feeling like on the edge of something, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
What was I gonna say as well? When you said you were told you had to go see a person about the anxiety stuff, I thought you meant, at first I was like, huh? I thought you meant like they were stopping you from the process of my brain just goes from one side to the other, so I was like,
it's okay,
how dare they? And then I was like, oh no, this is a good thing. So my facial expressions, I don't even know if my facial expressions show, because sometimes I think I'm like smiling and then I'm like, huh? But yeah, for a second I was like, oh, it kind of processed a bit slower. I don't know.
That was the good part about it. Like that was the good part about it, because it was like, it was postponing it and it was stopping it kind of, but at the same time it was good in a way that she wanted it for me, for my own good. So I don't just go and drop that somewhere into a drawer and don't do anything with this. And I'm guessing that she might have had situations like that before, And it made it longer. It made the whole process longer. But at the same time, it felt like when I did finally get it, it felt like more like, okay, this is the actual time, and this is good time. It wasn't rushed. It did take a lot of time, and yes, I wish it would not take that.
You wanted to hurry up, right? But
yes, but at the same time, now looking at it, it was good that it took so much time.
yeah, you know even more about yourself, and you've had some sort of help with that as well.
Exactly.
Which is, not everyone has that either. So that's really something to be happy about, and a win. And
Exactly.
these processes, it seems like it's quite frustrating for people as well. It feels like overwhelming to do anything anyway. I feel like even in terms of like my own personal admin, as not a trans person, even like changing things. I mean, it's not the same thing, but like deed poll seems like a pain depending on your situation. I remember my friend changed her name and she was married, and there was all these other things she had to change like that, and that's just not even with issues surrounding like gender. So yeah, I as a person that gets very overwhelmed very quickly, I can imagine that's like a lot to deal with, and different processes and different people to chase, and so I can imagine it's a lot.
I mean,
but worth it.
I feel like I feel like in general, like women who, well, or more like not just women, you know what, fuck that, not just women, people who end up getting married to someone and change their names, for example, like last name, right? You still have to go through all of that legal things with changing your name, and like just that alone is like,
it's too much.
It's too much.
It's a lot.
It's too much. And I feel like this is like a good point of kind of explaining to someone how it feels like and how overwhelming can it be. Just imagine how you would feel like if you were to get married and you were to have to change your last name on everything, basically, because you don't only have to change your last name just like in your ID, your bank account, all of your like everything that is really like legally binding, you have to change that everywhere. Even if you have like a contract with your work or something, everything like that you have to change
so much. And I miss things. I mean, even I changed my channel name at one point, and I remember going back and I had like these old things, and I was like, oh shit, I still haven't changed it here. Like, it's the obvious places you kind of think first, and then you go back and there's like, there's just, you put yourself out there in so many ways. So hello everyone that's joining as well. Again, hello. I'm so sorry I'm not reading every single message out loud, but I'm seeing it.
Oh my god, I feel sorry too. I see it too, and I was like, oh.
But I really want to be like, hi, a demented raven and sushi, and
we could just wave, you know,
or
like,
exactly.
You know what? It's fine. It's like if we need to say something right now to the chat, like I because I also feel about like when I say thank you for the follows, but like I see it happening and I just, you know, let's just say it's fine if we just say like a little hi to someone that is in chat, you know. Even if the other person is talking, just continue talking. Like,
and I'll do this every now and then.
Yes, I'll do this too. Yes. Also, my mods, like half of my mods are right now just abandoning us because they went to dock me and they didn't take me with them, and I'm really sad about it. But at the same time, I'm here, so you know. But literally, just half of them are there.
That's fair.
Yeah,
they're chatting amongst themselves anyway, so that's cool.
Yeah, they do that often. Josie has that effect on people where she just chats up with people.
I like
so
that.
Like, but it's good. I love that. I genuinely love that because like it's community building, you know. That's kind of what is really important.
You can leave them to their own devices, and they're actually quite they're quite
Oh,
grown
they
up.
are sending these voice messages. Oh, this is actually scary. You know, one of my mods actually asked for my picture today.
Right.
Just randomly, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what they're trying to do. She was like, can you give me like a new selfie of yourself? Don't question it. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not supposed to question it? And I wouldn't be surprised if I got a picture from all of them just standing there and me just having a cutout for me.
So
You know,
something,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Something. Yeah. There's got to be something. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
You gave us the most
There's gotta be
diva
something.
selfie. Oh,
I
you delivered.
I guess so. It wasn't even selfie. It wasn't even a selfie. It was a picture that my girlfriend took me because I needed for work, but that was
Okay.
not English at all.
For educational reasons. Okay. All right. So
Yes, because we're
back
getting
to business.
sidetracked.
It's all right. I love this though. I really enjoy it. I'm not mad. This whole the main focus of this is talking about the importance of accommodating the needs of a trans person. Now that's like a big thing because so many different people will have so many different experiences, so many, and that's from the partner side and the trans person side, and I don't hear enough about how people's relationships have been. What can you tell me about that? Like you've been with your partner 7 years, is it?
Yes, 7 years.
So that's a GG's because that's a long time anyway.
Like we started being together before the transition, even before I was even like, you know. Also, do you want to flex with me?
Go on then.
Because
Right.
Josie is doing the flex, you know.
Josie,
So we gotta
Josie
deliver. So we established that. Let's
guns.
go. But yes, I am with my girlfriend. We've been together for 7.5 years at this
Nice.
point.
Yeah.
I think.
Nice.
Yeah, it would be it would be like 7 and 5 months, 7 years and 5 months.
Oh,
I
that's
think because
that's
we actually
pretty much like 7.5.
yeah because we
You might as well
started
round
like we started on January 6th, I think. Like officially. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm
Nice.
getting sidetracked.
No.
But yes, 7 years together, and we started being together before the transition, before my transition, because I am right now 26. She is 27. We started being together at 19, 18. Like, I guess that would track. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't know math.
Hello, Peter.
Yeah, also hi Peter. We got somewhere around that, and at that point I was kind of experimenting because I was already like online a lot, and I was finding a lot of people online because, you know, I didn't feel like I have I hit my mic, sorry. I didn't feel like I have a lot of people that can really, like, I feel like I belong with them. So I was looking for like LGBT communities, you know, people, LGBT people and all of that. Yeah. So I was a lot, not on Discord at the time. At the time, there was like another app that was popular. I don't remember what it was. But I was there, and I was already there kind of like, at some point I kind of started experimenting. No, it wasn't Zoom. No, Zoom wasn't even then at this point. I feel like, I don't know.
MSN wasn't back then. It was older.
Yeah, I mean, at that point it would probably be like more like Skype or something. I don't know. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Reddit. No. It was like a whole app. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore them for now because we're gonna get sidetracked. But yes, so I was experimenting over there. TeamSpeak was before that. I was experimenting over at that point with like kind of where I'm at with gender identity. But it was very much like I wasn't really going out with it to like the real world, you know?
Right.
Amino, yes. Oh my god, Ash,
Amino.
yes, there was an app like that.
I remember it called that, but I'm not.
It was basically like, it was similar to Discord kind of, I guess. So you had like servers, and in the servers you had rooms that like you could make your own room and a lot of things like that. But it was like it was easy to find LGBT people there and just you know, things like that. And so I was over there, and I was at that point very much chronically online because English is nice and English has they them pronouns, while Polish doesn't really have that. Polish is very much a language that is like every word has its own gender, not really its own gender,
bit like French and
yes, like French.
Well. It's like,
yes,
I remember that it did my head in anyway because we had to learn like he, she, they. but it was like a group of they rather than just they them, I think.
Yes,
so
the
it was very
masculine and feminine version. So yes, basically like French, exactly. So I was experimenting over there already at that time. I wasn't really like telling anyone anything, IRL, because I was just too scared of it, and also I was just too scared of like what changes it would entice later on.
Yeah.
But I guess I was kind of like somewhere in that headspace over there, when I kind of like, not really when I started being with Nicole. Nicole is my girlfriend, but like somewhere along the way where I was with her at the beginning. And then it just kind of like went on further into that, and it did a lot of like me trying to figure out myself, took a toll on her too, which is also like, I do want to preface as much as like, yes, accommodating for like people like me, for trans people in the relationships, but also for me to accommodate as a trans person, for me to accommodate for my partner is also very important. And do not forget about that, because it goes both ways, and it needs a lot of communication.
Yeah, I was thinking that would be like a part of the discussion, because you both want to support each other, right? You both, and to get through anything, you both got to be there for each other. If it's one-sided, things aren't going to be too great most of the time. So yeah, that's really important, and that's probably why you're here now, still together, right?
True. Yeah. Oh, it took a lot. I am like genuinely like, just honestly saying it took a lot, and there were moments where it was very fragile. The relationship was very fragile, and we talk about it, like me and Nicole, we talk about it a lot, and we do talk about the fact that yes, it was very fragile, and it was at some points, like at some points in time, it was very close to a breakup. But we talk it through. We went through that, and we just didn't give up on each other. We didn't give up on what we were building together. But yeah, the communication, exactly.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. Wait, what was the question? I forgot.
Basically, what can you tell me about it? So like, about accommodating the needs. So like, and I guess like it's a whole long process. Like you say, it's not just you saying, well, was it like you had the talk like, hey, we need to talk about this thing that I'm kind of going through, or like, was it more of a slow process? Did you have like a direct, this is what I'm feeling? I don't know.
For me, it was very much a slow process. I feel like, because a lot of trans people do know very early on. They know very early on that like, oh yeah, I am trans, and I was just clueless.
Just trying to figure out who you are.
Yes, and wait, what was the name of the animated movie, Moana?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
There's like chicken there,
right?
There's like this chicken that she's having with herself. The chicken, I don't remember. Hey, was his name? I don't know. That's basically what I was feeling. I was just lost. I was just trying to figure out.
That's fair.
Yes, with the "You're Welcome" song, exactly. Yeah, so I was hey. I was hey for
that's
most.
my twin sister, Handmaid Heart, she's a massive Disney fan, so she'll know exactly straight away.
Hi,
she's
sister.
like, oh my god. Also, just FYI, we might get raided any minute now.
Yeah, it should be the time.
You might be completely thrown off, but just an FYI.
That's totally fine. If we get thrown off, chat, remember what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, that's fine. We just
pretend
we
just
pretend. yeah. But also, Disney is top tier. Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Disney
good.
is
Yes.
Great stuff. Lots of lessons learned in Disney. Lots of morals.
Exactly.
And stuff.
Hi, Mouse.
So yeah. Hi, Mouse.
Yeah. So yeah, that was me. I was hey
Yeah.
for the most of the time. I was just hey until I figured it out. And I would say I had the initial like figuring out of, oh yeah, I'm trans and this is what I identify. I still was, even when I said it out loud, it still took a lot for me to really get that in my brain like situated, because for some people they know straight away. Oh, there we go.
Run! Hello, friends.
I will
Hello,
wait.
Princess Ali's Kingdom. Thank you for raiding us. We have Fox undercover here, and we're talking
Hello.
about accommodating needs of a trans person in a relationship. But also, we were just saying that it's both ways, right? Everyone go follow Princess Ali's Kingdom. Hello, friends. Hello, Evening Music. Hello, Sorry. Hello.
Hi,
Princess
everyone.
Ali. So many of you as well, and hi to everyone that's been talking in chat as well. It's so hard when you want to just talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about the important issues, and you want to just
But don't worry, take care of Raid right now.
But
it's okay.
Yeah. Thank you
I
so
wait.
much.
No worries.
All right. Nobody gets my name right. Oh, did we do it right? Eric, feel free to lurk as well. Sorry, Fox. What were you going to say?
No, I didn't even. I apologize. I didn't even read the name, but I have this access. I only read it wrong in my brain.
I read like all over the place as well. Like my the order where I read is like not in order. It's executive dysfunction. But also like certain things are more prominent in the chat sometimes, and I can't explain why. Maybe colours or things that are like in bold, or I don't know. But yeah, the fox plushie is cute, isn't it?
It actually interchangeable. Well, it can be like that. It can be happy. It can be. So this one is cake pan. This one is pancake. My chat prefers cake pan.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
No, we cannot get him happy unless you redeem it. If you redeem it, yes, we can make him happy then.
Straight away.
Yeah. Okay, there's another redeem.
Cat version. We have two tuxedo cats here. One of them is Paul, and Paul is. We were talking about Paul at the start of the stream. That is my cat. Well, that was her when she was a baby. Paul is a girl, but yeah. All right, so Fox, we can. Oh yeah, thank you everyone for follows. Thank you. That's also really kind. We were just talking about like when you were figuring out more about you, finding out who you were and what you wanted to share, and the early stages of kind of talking about it with your partner.
Yeah.
And it was all quite scary. You weren't really. You never know how someone's going to react, even though you know that they're like supportive or maybe what their views are of things. When it's your own situation, I guess there's also that like, well, I think they might be okay, but what if they're not? And then you probably get into your head the worst case scenarios. It's scary.
It is scary, and it is very like what you just said. It's like you get into your head, and also like I said, I have anxiety. I have general anxiety and social anxiety, and in general, I always like grew up with this kind of mindset being put in my brain of like what will other people think.
Mm-hmm.
What will other people think? Oh, don't do that because they will think bad of you. Don't do that because this, like this stupid mindset, really stupid mindset.
It's easy though. It is easy to get into your head and for your brain to trick you with those silly thoughts.
Exactly. And it's like that kind of a thing where when you want to come out to someone that, oh yeah, hey, I'm trans, which means I'm literally changing my whole life around basically, and I'm asking you to change the way that you address me. I'm asking you to change the way that you perceive me basically.
Mm-hmm.
It is really hard with it, and like the whole thinking like what if they won't do that, what if the like what is the worst case scenario, you know, like what if they're gonna, I don't know, think of me badly,
Yeah.
anything like that. It
Yeah.
is really there. And I mean, the thing is, as every, always, as people say it, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it is really true. It is really true.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like for me, a lot of the time, it was just the whole thing of like, oh yeah, I look this way now. I pass. I like, people look at me and they don't question it. They just straight away already look at me and they think, oh yeah, that's a man, and they use he him pronouns. They hear me, they use he, like nothing questioning
Cool.
that. But when you're early on in the transition and you're not yet passing, then it is like another thing, because
Yeah. That's
you never know.
super. Yeah. Super. Super daunting. Just even just existing, isn't it? Like going. You, so many of us don't always think about these things, but like, you want to go outside of the house to do anything, people are going to perceive
Yeah.
you. You want to stream as well. I don't know if you were streaming back then or not, but like, if you're going through this whole transition, you are going to come into contact with people unless you're living under a rock, which most of us, I don't think you are. But
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
don't
to
think so.
assume. I don't want to assume.
I mean,
Um,
I you know, European houses are, you know, sometimes maybe made out of rock, so you could technically probably say, you know,
who knows?
who
But
knows.
but yeah, like just simple going to the shop, buying some milk. Like, you have to have an interaction with someone most of the time, unless you go to like one of those places where you can self check out and it goes right, and
Yeah.
the cash desk doesn't go beep beep beep, there's a problem, call someone over. Like, if you can do that, great. If you don't want it, like, I don't always like talking to people. I can be
Yeah.
like really social, but I'm also really introvert. So introvert and extrovert, depending on the situation. I get very overwhelmed and sensory overload and just energy
Yeah.
levels, and the whole neurodivergent thing of like, yeah, it's exhausting.
Yeah, dealing with that.
sometimes.
No, yeah, I get that. I'm
Yeah.
probably also somewhere on the spectrum.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, I don't say, because I mean, I say I probably, because I never really got tested, like properly tested. But I did like the one of the tests. There's like this one. I don't remember what it was. There's like this one that is really long, and my friend who does have autism diagnosis, she took that test. And yes, the rads are. She took that test, and she was like, mild signs, you know, and I was above her. I had
Fair.
way bigger score, and I was
Fair.
like big signs of autism or something like that. And also, my
Yeah.
girlfriend has ADHD, like actually, you know, the papers for that, and all
Yeah.
of that. So I understand where you're getting at with that, and yeah, sometimes you just don't wanna, and sometimes it is overwhelming. And also stores in general, the lights,
Yeah.
the music,
Oh.
the everything.
Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah. It has to be a certain way. Ambivert.
Yeah.
Yes. Really bounce off the energy or lack thereof in the room, and it can be over. Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Hello, Mark, as well. I saw you pop in. Did I say
Yeah,
hello? I can't-
sometimes living under a rock would be nice. And yes, hi Mark.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
But like, so that even that, like, go and also, yeah, if you don't feel like you're passing, or if people kind of make you aware that, oh well, they're referring to me as something else, like, I guess that's a tricky thing to navigate, because for the obvious reasons.
You know, the funny thing, like, I'm gonna the funny thing is, because the only thing really that comes to my mind right now is one situation where I went to the store, and there was like this cashier that was really talkative, and I think it was like, when no, the masks were not there, but like, I didn't look. It's because I had very much baby face, no facial hair, nothing like that. it was early in the transition, but my voice already like dropped, and already like my voice
Okay.
already was enough, you know. Um, so I remember that in a way where they saw me, they said something to me and like said miss, and then I spoke to them, and then when I spoke to them, I went even lower into the register, because like I was like, not that you're
Right.
misgendering me, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
without really saying that. And
Yeah.
so in that situation where you are at that point where I have like my voice, for example, is lower, but like my face doesn't really show it, like I basically just make other people feel bad about them misgendering me than really me feeling bad about being misgendered. I
Yeah.
know it's kind of not the best way, because like, you know, then the people are feeling bad, but like I'm not really doing it on purpose, and it's
No.
the same way as they are not doing it on purpose and misgendering me, because as long as they don't have like on my forehead slapped a thing saying, oh yeah, I'm this, or I'm that, then they will not know, right? So
Fair. That's fair.
yeah,
I mean, like your way is your way, right? So it's not.
yeah.
It's whether you think it's bad or good. Like, you do you. Like that's completely fine. No one can. No
And
one can stop you doing what you want to do.
to be fair, like one of the things now that I think about it is like going to the store, it didn't really matter as much, because it was like, I'm not like, yeah,
You're not going
okay,
to see
maybe
them again, right? Or
yeah, maybe I will meet them because the cashier, like, this is the store that I go to often, and anything like that. But like at the same time, I will probably 9 out of 10, what? Yeah, 9 out of 10 times I will probably not meet them, or if I will, then they will probably not remember me, because there's a lot more people who come through the store, and like they just will not remember that interaction with me.
yeah, it's a good
It's
way to be
more,
as well. More is it more
yeah,
people that you know that's harder?
yeah. That's giving the, yeah.
Yeah, and then so with the relationship, like yeah, how did that develop?
Oh
Because this,
my
like you say,
god.
it's a long process, isn't it? It's slow. Like I guess you have to test the water a bit, or you either
Yeah.
like a little bit, or it's this whole jump.
You know, first of all, I mean, I guess should they not assume in that case? I don't know, to be honest. Like I mean, if it is, if the thing is, if it's like, if it's a language that allows for a non-gender terms to be used, then just go, like, I, in my opinion, just go with that, and that's what I usually do in general. But if it's like a gendered language, then I mean, you're kind of left with that. You're kind of left with that, where you have to assume, unfortunately, and I mean, you can't really do much about it. You know, it's like a lot of the times those interactions don't really matter in the end, you know.
Yeah.
And like you can fix what you say, like you can fix your mistakes, you can fix how you speak to people, and just like, even if you say like, oh yeah, hello miss, but it's not miss, but it's mister, and then you hear, or you see, or like they fix that, they point it out, then just say, yeah, sorry, and then change it and move on.
Yeah.
That's like, because
That's
that's the most
respectful, isn't it?
important. Yeah,
That's definitely
exactly.
respectful. If they continue, then you know you're
Yeah,
not in a good, you're not around a good person. If they're like
yeah,
ignorant to it, then you'll be able to tell more about their attitude, right? But
exactly.
if it's an honest mistake, it's not. Yeah, I tend to be a bit more like understanding of that and a bit more respectful. And I have always, if I've ever made a mistake, like one of my friends came out as non-binary, and once I referred to them as a he, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I got all flustered, but it's just because I didn't want to, mess up or whatever, and they were like, it's fine, like we've known each other for like 12 years, like they were like, I can't expect you to like just flick the switch, but having said that, it's not hard to get into the practice of doing it. Some people explain that it's like impossible.
Oh yeah,
I've known this person for so long. The same people that can easily call their friend
switch, no
by
problem.
a nickname or
Yeah,
whatever. So I'm like, no, I won't have that. I won't stand for that, and I'll always stick up for if I hear someone dead naming someone or just being a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
'Cause
Same.
that's
Also, hi
important.
Phoenix, hi Katie.
Hello, Felix. Hi, Katie. Hello, and Ross as well. I see.
Yeah, Ross be vibing. But okay, but going.
Yeah,
we get
back to
sidetracked. This
off
is
the
like,
tangent,
you
but
know, yeah.
but also
You know,
I do
we're
like it.
neurospicy. We might be neurospicy. Well, you are not neurospicy. I might be. You
Yeah,
know, like you never know.
It's totally fine. It's totally
Somewhere
fine.
in there, you know.
Yeah.
But okay, so getting back to what you asked before, how it is like with the I guess the evolving of the relationship throughout my coming out, I guess, let's put it
Yeah.
into those words, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the kind of thing for me that really kind of helped me in a way to with like coming out to my girlfriend was the fact that her cousin is trans, so it's not like it was like it was like like she never had experience with that. She never had experience with you know with trans people. Of course it was in a situation where her cousin is a trans woman, so it's you know the other way around, but it's still kind of similar in a way that she knew her from when she was younger and through the transition and all of that. And so I kind of, I guess, again, kind of had the way paved in a little bit in like with the fact that she already knew someone that was trans that was close to her, but at the same time it was a different closeness, you know. I also knew that my girlfriend, like that, she did not identify as gay. She did not, well, as a lesbian. She didn't identify as that. She just never really put a label on it.
Yeah.
But in general, we talked about it very often. Where like we never really put a label on it, and never really said that. So I knew that I'm like safe-ish in a way, you know, with that, because I imagine if it would be a situation where my girlfriend would be a lesbian and like, you know, like very strictly that and that could probably break the relationship. And a lot of the
Yeah.
times for trans people it does break the relationship. It is really sad to hear, but it sometimes does. So that helped. The fact that she already knew someone trans that was close to her, that also helped. But it still took a lot of time. It took a lot of time in a lot of situations where when she was speaking about something, and I am very much like a person where if someone speaks something bad, something bad about other people, I will get very defensive in their stead, you know,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
if it is like sometimes said in joking way, and even if that person like jokes with those people that she is literally talking about, um like so they knew, so it's like it's normal occurrence that they joke about those things. Even in in those situations it just kind of like flies by my head that it's a joke very often, because I just get triggered by it. So very
Yeah.
often it was that kind of a situation where we argued about it, because I got a defensive and I didn't really have words or ability to put where, like, why am I getting so triggered about this topic? Why am I getting triggered about like I don't know, something being said about someone that I don't even really interact with on a daily basis, you know? So that took a lot of time to really understand it. But then when I did understand it, communication, you know, communication
Yeah.
is the key.
Very
Then
good.
when I did understand it, we talked about it. We talked about it a lot and like just kind of found the common ground on it, you know, and was like,
Okay.
so this is the thing that really triggers me, and this is like I don't like to talk about it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm fine with talking about it. It was just at that point I didn't really have the words to put it into, like I didn't know how to put my emotions into words, so you would understand.
Yeah.
And it ended up in being arguments, you know. And that's why I said like it was very fragile at some points. It was very fragile, the
Yeah.
relationship. but we got through that because
It's-
communication.
It's communication, isn't it? It always, well, I say it always helps the situation. In theory, it should help the situation.
Yes.
But at least it means that you're both aware of like where you stand and what's going on, and even know a reason behind something. Because, like you say, like it's hard to, what's the word? Like articulate how you feel, or or anything like if stuff's going on. So yeah, but that's good that you got through it as well, and like, so 7 years, was it like, when did you have the kind of, when did you start going through that? Was it early on in the relationship? Was it later on? Not that it's not too important of a, well, I mean, I don't know. It's everything is important though to me.
You know what? When I think about it, like timeline wise, how I would put it into timeline of like the relationship, because we had those moments where first, you know, we lived with our parents, like with, you know, me with my mom, she lived with her mom.
Yeah.
Early on, like at the beginning of the relationship, then we moved out, and then we were like living for like a year or so until COVID hit. Good timeline. Until COVID hit, everyone
Yeah.
knows when it was.
COVID is a very good baseline.
Yes, so until that point we lived together, and that was still like, that was already for me, that was like moments where I already kind of like dabbled a little bit with like non-binary, you know, and like with being like, oh yeah, I'm non-binary, but that was only online. It wasn't really, you know, IRL. Then COVID was, you know, happening. We had to move back. We lived for like no, I don't even remember how long. It wasn't that long that we lived like separate, because I lived at my mom again and she lived at her mom. It was still not the point. It was like, I guess it was like 2 years at that point that we were together, maybe. Then we moved again, and when we moved to the big city, and we were living there a lot, at that point a lot was changing. So it was like, I guess year 3, something like that, year 3/4, something like that. So we were really going through a lot at that point, and we were just, I mean, we were like, also, not only we were going through a lot with that and with like the relationship, but we were also young people. Like, I don't know, we were what, 22, you know?
Yeah, there's
like
so much to learn and to go through, even in your 20s, even your 30s. I'm in my 30s.
Exactly.
Like,
so it was just, it was a lot that was happening at the time, and then I was also trying to figure out myself. I was trying to like understand myself and where I'm standing with it. Then we moved to another apartment, because we basically just moved every year, which I hate, by the way. Moving is no fun.
It's stressful.
It is genuinely stressful. So yeah, we moved again, and at that point, I guess I was more like talking, because I was scared of losing Nicole. I was scared, you know, of losing the relationship. So I didn't really tell her all of that until later on. I didn't tell her all of that until like I kind of got the time with my friends online to really experiment, to try out different, you know, different pronouns, and try out where I'm standing, and like and all of that. And at that point, when I was like, okay, you know what, yeah, that is what it is, you know, this is what is happening with me, then I came to her and I talked to her about it. And it's just like, I know that I should have probably spoke about it earlier with her, because it would have helped me a lot, and also it would have helped her a lot with it, because yeah, I just say, like we said before, it is a lot of the accommodations from me that should have been given to her, because she is also in this situation. She is on the other end, and she is seeing, a person that she loves go through so
Go
much.
through stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's hard though. Like, I know you say like, oh, I should have said earlier. It's so understandable, and it's so valid to like be hesitant, or to be like, oh, I want to know for sure how to go about it, even, or like I want to know that she's not going to leave me, because otherwise I'm scared out of my, like, just super scared. I'm sure, like, you don't want to lose a partner, and
yeah,
so yeah, I can absolutely imagine. But and then at the same time, kind of being like, well, she does need to know, like, certain things, and like, yeah, I it's just it must be such a really tricky situation to navigate, and then for it to go well,
yeah,
or for not knowing how it's going to go, like that is really scary. So like, who was it that said, like, Ashley said, just want to remind you that I'm proud of you. Like, this, so like, you should be so proud of yourself that you were able to even eventually talk, and whilst some timelines may not be like ideal, like expectation versus reality, like,
yeah.
all the time it's like, what we hope we could do is not always how it will actually go, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I've tried to understand as I'm older.
To be fair, it's like I still wouldn't change anything, because everything that has happened the way that it happened, it's like leading. It led me to like, for example, just to this point on, right? Just to this point right now, and I
Yeah.
say the same thing. I literally talked with my mods about it. Where we all kind of know each other because of one person that we got to meet, like that. Well, I got to meet one person in a Valorant lobby, and
Nice.
then from there on, if I wouldn't meet that person, if I wouldn't at that time, if I wouldn't play with that person or anything like that, I would not have been here with the people that I have right now. So it's
Yeah.
like everything that happened has like happened, and it's like I never would change anything. Yes, I could be like, oh yeah, like it would be probably good if I talked with her about it before, but this is just my experience saying communicate with your partner, because genuinely they don't know what is happening, and they will very often see that there's something wrong. And something that also I talked with Nicole about, where she saw that something is happening, that something is changing,
Yeah.
and like she just didn't know what is happening, because I wasn't able to put it into words.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I
just
guess
talk with your partner.
that's hard, isn't it? Because then I guess they could jump to other conclusions and be like, are you seeing someone else, or like, are you losing interest in us, or I don't know, like,
Yeah,
it could come across maybe in different ways, but
yeah,
I don't want to assume these things, but I can imagine like someone out there has had that kind of experience as well. But yes, communication is so important, but it's difficult.
it is
difficult
difficult.
when you've got a big thing to talk about, but like,
It is. Honestly, I feel like at this point now, like where we are right now, and we're still not amazing at communication, but we're still like
easily done.
we are at this point right now. We are where we really have a pretty good communication between each other, and it's really working,
Yeah, yeah.
So, but who knows? Maybe in a year, I'm gonna be like, oh, you know what? The communication then was actually not good, But now
Well,
it's good.
it is good. So one of the things in terms of her needs was kind of you talking to her, and I guess taking her through, or helping her understand what you're going
Wait,
through.
wait. My
That's a
brain
lot
unfocused.
yeah,
Can you say it again?
the way I said that, if I listened to that back, I would also be like, is she talking, or is this like, rewind?
No, I lost like
Um,
the beginning of the sentence, and then I tuned in, and I was like, what?
it's fine.
But yes, please do
So,
say it again.
so in terms of like, you were just saying that with Nicole, something she needed from you was like communication and like sharing what you're going through, so that she can understand where you're at, or what you were thinking, or maybe just understand where you're at. What about you? Like, what did you? I know you said like you need certain things. Were there any like big things in terms of like support that you wanted, or that helped get you through as well? Even though we may have already touched on those.
You know that I think the most, because I could really kind of put them into like two categories, I guess, probably.
Yeah.
Kind of, not really, actually, no, never mind that, ignore that. You know what, let's not categorize anything actually, because I could actually put it into way more categories than just two. But in general, I needed a lot of accommodation in terms of, first of all, sexual stuff, because that was my dysphoria was really bad, and it still is very bad sometimes, so it's still very very iffy with that. Hi Platy. Yes, happy Pride Month. So I
Happy
had
Pride.
to have a lot of help with that, with the whole thing of sexual stuff, right? I didn't feel okay with my body because of the dysphoria, and so I had a lot of issues with this.
Yeah.
And I was again not really able to put that into words until later on. And when I did actually end up really like putting it into words, then we got somewhere, right? We got somewhere with that. So it is genuinely like talking about that and discussing about it, of being like, for me to communicate with Nicole that, okay, yes, this is what I want, this is what I don't want to be done, for example, or like, do not like, no, don't touch me there, this is my no square, you know. If anyone knows the meme.
Yeah.
So like shit like this, where it's really, I'm not comfortable with this, but I'm comfortable with that. So can we do this instead of that? And her being like, okay, yes, but at the same time, later on, when I went through further into my transition and went through all of that, and to the point where like right now I'm more happy with everything, and more like everything in my brain is a little bit better now. Like that sexual part of it, can, I guess, now we can really explore it a little bit more with it.
Yeah.
And again, with communication and all of that. So that's like one thing. And I feel like a lot of trans people will struggle with the sexual stuff because of this dysphoria, because the dysphoria is really just like, not only I don't want to perceive myself, but I also don't want to for others to perceive me. And I know that a lot of people who have eating disorders, for example, also will be struggling with the same things. So if it's hard for you to understand it in a way, like, oh, trans person, you could also maybe try to understand that through that kind of a way, just in general, saying to general
Sense.
population,
Yeah, it does make sense. It's one of those things as well, like, you don't have a guidebook, right? And
yeah,
if, I guess the internet is a great place of like trying to find answers to questions you may have, or different experiences, but like not everyone's going to have the same experience. Not everyone's going to some people might feel so alone with like not especially like intimate things, like,
yeah,
that's a really personal experience for you, that you might not be able to get someone else's advice, because it's scary. And also if you've got dysphoria about something, you might not want to like go, hey, so I've been having this issue, how do I solve this, or how do I go about it? Like, yeah, that it can be quite scary.
yeah.
But before I go down that tangent, was there
Yes.
other, you were talking about like different categories, so that was one side of it. Was
Yeah.
there was more to that as well, right?
Yeah, there was like the the thing that I really found helpful, because I am a very indecisive person. I am very indecisive, you
Same.
know.
Same.
So, hi Ace. I am very indecisive about all of that, and I like something that trans people have to do. Well, not only not always have to, but like very often happens that they will have to do it. Is choosing your name, just as an example. And as an indecisive person, I hated every single minute of trying to choose what my name is,
Yeah.
where I had to choose a name that I would use. So my like close people to me will be choosing. And on the internet, I had like what Apocalyptic said is the whole thing with like being online and being with like friends using pronouns and experimenting with that. I had that safe space of like a lot of people already using the name Fox for me, because it was like it's just the nickname that I've been using for a while.
Yeah.
And so it was like, it was nice, it was safe, it was like a good space, because I got to use that, and I didn't have to be, dead named. I didn't have to like use the name that I don't even identify with, but I have been born with.
Yeah.
So it was what it really helped, like what Nicole really helped me with, was choosing the name, for example, and just
Oh,
experimenting with it. And well,
that's
I mean,
kind of
at the end of
cool.
the day, it was my decision
Yeah, yeah.
what name
Well,
to choose,
but still like having a
Yeah,
part of the journey, whether
yeah,
like because I could suggest names to my friends and they'll be like, "Oh, that's rubbish." But even the
yeah,
fact of like getting involved is nice. Thank you for the flowers, by the
exactly.
way. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there's just like that you are going out of your way to actually think of like of the names that would maybe fit them.
Yeah.
Um,
Were
I
there
call him
lots?
Pookie Foxy.
Ah.
Thank you,
I had
Ace.
someone saying Pookie earlier. But
Well,
like,
we use Pookie very often, so
yeah, I like that. Um, there must have been.
yes.
Were there loads? Were there loads of suggestions that you had recently?
Yeah, yeah, there was a lot, and there was one that we were thinking of for a while to like. I say we because I yeah, we like both me and Nicole, we were like, oh yeah, like maybe this name, and then she also went out of her way, which is, by the way, just an FYI, it is kind of hard to go and change the way that you like just the name that you use for someone, right? Like
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying it's not. It is hard.
It's
It
hard.
is not impossible,
Yeah,
but it is hard. And also
yeah.
like someone that we know for a while, right? It's been what, like I think we were together for like 3 or 4 years. So already that's like a long time for her to use the name that I had been given before, and then to
Especially someone
change
that you
that.
speak to daily, right? That's
Yeah,
and around and
yeah,
living with and stuff. Like, yeah, I guess that's even more of an intense thing than a friend that you've known for many years or whatever.
exactly.
So
So
does
it
it feel
was.
weird for you at first?
Oh
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm totally talking over because
No, 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 no,
I'm like
no. Don't worry.
I'm gonna ask so many questions, but also
Don't worry.
you yeah, tell me more about that. It's
I
really interesting.
First of all, for your question, yes, it was difficult even for me to just get that. And
Yeah.
when I ended up choosing my name, which Josie brought up, Eric, my name. Well, in Polish we would say Eric, not Eric.
Okay,
But
Eric.
yes, it's like I don't care. However it works. So when I got to choose that name, it took a long time to really get used to it. To like really just be like, oh yeah, this is actually my name, and this is who I am, right? This is like genuinely who I am. Not only that, oh, this is the name that I have been assigned to me, but this is who I am, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
um
Yeah, it's
it
not just a name. It is the whole identity, isn't it? And it has to
yes,
feel. Well, it can. I guess it can also grow on you because you're getting the feel of it. In that, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Or like
it does, it does.
leaning into it, or. But yeah, that's actually it's definitely interesting to hear about because there's yeah, people don't just change their name overnight. There's a whole process about that.
Yeah.
And then I have known people who are like, well, I like this name, but actually I don't really like it as much now, or it doesn't feel right. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's an issue with that. I think it's nice when you kind of settle on something eventually. That probably makes you feel more settled as well. That you're like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, I like this one, and that's what I want to choose going forward. And yeah, people can
Yeah.
respect that as well.
And yes, exactly. Like just like getting used to it after being called different for so long. It is like that is, I guess that is like one of those things where Nicole helped me a lot with, where I got a person who I see on a daily basis. I see, like I interact with her every day, and she purposefully chooses to use the other name that I chose at the time or wherever, just to have me also end up, see how it feels like, and if it's good or not. So yeah, and greetings, Mr. Shackle. I need to go pee.
You need to go pee. That's totally fine.
Yes,
You've been
because the
drinking a lot
tea,
of tea.
the tea really. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Listen. Actually, we got a thing. We got like an inside joke in the community, and it's basically that some of the people will call me piss undercover because I do pee a lot.
That's totally
But
fine.
I'm also a speedrunning person.
Speedrunning peer. Do you know what?
Peer,
If you
yes.
go pee, I'll go pee.
Mm-hmm.
I
And we leave chat to in there to
they could, yeah,
entertain each
yeah.
other. Also, yes, they might do the L's, by the way. So just there we go.
Totally fine. Totally
There we
fine.
go. Yes.
All right.
So
I'll
I'm gonna
see
be
you in a
back
minute.
in a second. Yes.
All right. Bye, chat.
Hi, chat.
Oh my God. Hello.
I heard that you heard Nicole. Apparently.
I still had
y'all
my
could
headset
hear
on.
her. Oh.
And I was going pee, and I'm like, oh, I'm listening to what's the word, like ambient sounds, or like
Yeah.
like just
I don't know. I
low key talking.
genuinely don't know how much my microphone picks up. So yeah, but it's, yes, because literally like Nicole is sitting on the couch and watching the stream and listening in.
Hi, Nicole.
So,
Hello. This must be quite cool to listen into. I hope
Yeah,
it
I
is.
mean,
I hope it is.
to be fair, I will say it because she just said that right now to me, that like how this seems like when I say about it, I don't go into too much details because of course I don't want to get too dark and gloomy and everything like that, because that's not the point, right? But I will say that for like why I prefaces that before, where the partner, the person that is, like, for example with Nicole, it was very hard for her, and I am aware of that. And like,
Yeah.
and it does not seem that way to a person that is like listening in on this. It might not seem like it was that hard of a thing to deal with. Like, I'm only saying my side of the story and only my side of what is happening, what was happening. But in general, it was just as hard as it was for me, to the point of like really deep depression and all of that. It was
Yeah.
the same way for her. So that's why I say, not only attend to the needs to, of your trans partner, but also for the trans partner to attend to the needs of, the other
The
person in
partner.
general.
Yeah. I can completely understand that, because you're kind of, for you kind of, Nicole wasn't changing physically, or
Yeah.
like, all of the stuff that comes with being a trans person. It's not just physical. It's a lot of different change, and a lot of different things to get used to. So you were kind of going through it with someone that was the same person, but like also learning and growing with you as well, because it's not that they just weren't transitioning, right? But I can imagine that's so much to just get your head around. And even like I try and think of it like, if okay, so how would I be? And I honestly, I never really thought about that until now. Like, I'm like, man, that's a lot. Like, if my partner came out and said things, obviously I want to support them, make them feel like, that I want to be there to help them, and I want to show that. But like, there must be all these things that you think about, and yes, it must be a lot, and it's different for different people as well.
Yeah, that is also like another thing, this like this being like my experience being the way that it is, but there's other people who will have very, very different experiences. I know that like someone, for example, one of my friends who's also a trans man, he was in a relationship at first, like when he started his transition, his medical transition and all of that. His relationship didn't last long. There might have, of course, been like a lot of other things, and it was like also somewhere around the COVID. So his girlfriend was not even in the country when COVID happened, and
Okay.
so they were like together but separate in a way, like.
Like a long
And then
distance
also
thing.
and also he came out with the whole thing of like being trans, which also was just not it for her, and she just ended up breaking up with him. So like
Oh.
it can be different, different interactions with that. And I feel like, because a lot of the times you hear about situations where people are in relationships, and during like at the beginning of the transition they are in a relationship, but then it doesn't last, and that is unfortunate. Like unfortunately it is a lot. Unfortunately it happens very often where that is the case. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand how and why it is happening, because like you said, it's like, how does one even navigate through that, where my partner is changing so much, like not only physically but also the way I address them, everything,
Yeah.
everything. So
It's like it can be a completely different person that you can get used to, but it might be like, oh, how do I get used to this? So yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about. And I know most of my friends that have transitioned weren't in relationships at the time, but a couple were, and they broke down
yeah.
for kind of those kind of reasons of like, they weren't. One of them was like trying to be supportive. They just couldn't. I can't remember what the words were, but they just couldn't get around being with them anymore. Something like that. And it's really sad when you think about it. When two people love each other, but then there's the the love that you feel for someone, and then I guess the attraction and stuff. And some people don't really mind about the sexual side as well. It depends on your stance on that as a separate thing too. But yeah, it's like it must be hard, because the person transitioning from the two experiences that I've witnessed, they were like heartbroken because they didn't want to lose them, and just kind of being there for them when they were going through that was so important too. Outside of the relationship, any of their friends like were there to help them through, and it's like, you know, they wanted to be authentically themselves as well. They were saying like that was, you know, that was so important.
Yeah.
Thank you for following. So
I'm sorry, but I had to fix something because I just realized that my overlay was crooked. I was like, no.
Oh no.
I am listening in.
No. So yeah. What was I even saying? I was basically. I think we got to the end. I think we got to the end of
I mean,
like there's so many different
yeah,
situations.
It is just like, in general, it's hard for both sides.
Yeah.
It's just
so many different ways.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, basically it's like you're signing in. If you are deciding to still be with the trans person, right, with the person that is like transitioning, you're deciding to basically get into a whole new relationship, kind of, because not only the person is changing physically but also mentally, like a lot of the things. For example, I know very well that for me at the beginning of like when I got my medical transition, when I started it and all of that, like it was just, first of all, a lot of hormonal changes, like you know it's like second puberty, okay?
Yeah.
So,
I hear a lot of people talking about the hormones can really be rough as well. Like, sorry, I'm just going to quickly.
Oh, it's all good. You wanna
yeah.
share some? I know what
I
you
don't
got.
even know if they're nice, but yeah, like the whole that's also difficult, right? It plays with your emotions, and it's that's another level that I don't hear people talking about as publicly as I would. Maybe not hope or expect. I don't know. I guess maybe people just don't always get the opportunity, or maybe I just haven't heard it apart from when I'm, talking to friends. But it's a huge part of it, right?
Yeah.
It's like a second puberty, like you say, and taking hormones doesn't, it's not just I'm taking hormones for this reason. It's like I'm taking hormones and my whole body is like reacting, and my moods are up and down. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the moods. Oh my god.
Which is another dimension to deal with for a relationship, right? That's in itself.
Something that's like, I talked about it with Nicole because of the whole like this that we're doing right now. I talked a lot about with her, because just to kind of like get myself ready to like to know what I want to talk about, and just in general too. For example, have something right now that I can bring up, which I talked to her about it, where the emotional, the emotions of that, the second puberty, the all of that the hormones are doing. And not only is it a second puberty in a way of like the hormonal imbalances, the hormones just like jumping up and down, your body changing like pretty rapidly, I would say. To also the mindset changing, because for me, like I said, I grew up in a household where it was like, oh yeah, don't say that, don't do this, don't do that because of this, because people are gonna think of you, because people are gonna talk about you, things like that. It was just like very negative kind of thinking, which I kept on going with. And then when I got to actually kind of break free from that and start being myself, and also have that backed by the hormonal changes and by the hormonal imbalances and just in general the hormones, which I was not used to and my body was not used to. That took a pretty heavy like toll, both like I think that took a pretty heavy toll on Nicole, for example, because I was really trying to experiment with like who I am and where I'm going with it, and it was just basically just like a teenager, you know, like a teenager. Like it was, I would say it didn't even feel like the wait, she actually said that. She actually said that it wasn't at some point, it just ended up being not like a relationship between two, you know, adults, but it was more, it felt more, at least from her side, to be like, you know, like a parent with a teenage child, you know, where I am, everything is bad and everything is wrong, like teenagers
Angsty,
do, right?
or whatever the word is for like
because like I didn't have that, right? I didn't have to like, well, I had similar thing, but I wasn't me, you know, then. And so now it's like, oh yeah, I get to experience that again, kind of, but not really, but kind of, you know. So I'm trying to make the best out of it, but at the same time, there's like someone that is kind of holding me back, which is not really holding me back, but it's like that kind of thinking at the time, and yeah, that was hard.
There's so many stages. Hugs of Duck as well. You were talking about the A-Spec podcast. I'm going to be talking to Taiwai about that in a couple of days, so thank you for mentioning that as well. But there's so many intersectional aspects. That's true. It's not just a one size fits all, is it? There's so many, and same with like with your experience, it can be so unique to you. There can be ups and downs that other people would experience, downs and ups, or downs and downs, or ups and ups, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
But
Mouse,
you gotta say
Mouse. No, I yell at him. That's what we do here. God damn it.
Mouse.
Thank you, Mouse.
Everyone type GG's Mouse.
Ooh, share the hype train. Ooh.
Is that what how does that even work?
I have no clue. But thank you, Mouse. I appreciate that. Also, hi, Michelle. I don't know if I told a hi to you. Also, because now this is the part. Because like, okay, I have a no death note. Basically, it's a notebook that I put people in, and like I put things like that happen, important things like raids and like biddies or gifted subs, and like subs in general. People who sub for themselves, they get like a little drawing. I'm not Picasso, by the way, so just an FYI.
Well,
but yeah,
we'll
you
see.
know. So yeah, so Mouse is going into the not death note, and it's a not death note because it's keeping people alive.
Oh, that's
And I don't know what
nice.
we were talking about now anymore.
Well, we were coming to the end of that part anyway. About like second puberty and hormones and how that can be a really like rough time. Mouse says, "I want a drawing of a pride heart, full
I don't
color."
have.
I think it's black and white.
So
is it? Or like...
He is so picky. No. You this. Okay, because the thing is with Mouse, he doesn't really like do the resubs very often. So he has like extra drawings, you know. But you literally had like
a rare gift.
You had like 2 or 3 streams ago. You had a mouse and a fox walk like holding hands, looking at a sunset.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it all looked really beautiful, by the way. Like actually.
Oh, that's cute.
I am no. Okay, you know what? This time, because it's Pride Month, and I will do that.
I didn't do very well with my heart on my face, but thank you. I think it was Ashlinks that said.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Ash. Yeah.
Thank you.
I got colored markers.
Oh
for you. Wow.
Oh well,
I stole it from Nicole.
We gotta. Thank you, Nicole. we gotta see a full. What was it? A full.
It was a pride heart full color. Why did you say bra at the end? I don't know what colors are coloring here. I have purple light behind me. I have no clue what is happening.
Oh.
And a blue light over here.
Hugstone, so you said, I didn't realise you knew my friend's height. So I reached out, we started this, we started communicating because I was in the Pride Guild. I've not been in the Pride Guild for long, like a few months maybe. And I joined because I wanted to do things like this. And I tried to do it a little while back because, you know, Pride Month is great and all, but we support LGBTQI plus rights and pride for the whole of the year.
Exactly.
And so I really wanted to do like loads. I love talking. I love yapping. I talk about mental health all the time. I talk about neurodivergence all the time. I talk about me and my ups and downs and just my identity all the time. And I really wanted to join the Pride Guild to like make a difference and to learn more from people, because I'm only one part of the community, and there are so many more experiences out there that I want to share, or I want to amplify the voices of people, and I want to learn and educate as well. So I reached out and was like, hey, does anyone want to like do a like where I host and we talk, like stream, a collab stream, basically. Or a panel or whatever.
Basically, does anyone want to yap with me?
Yeah. And so then a couple people reached out, and then a couple more people reached out, and I was like, oh, Cookie, thank you. Cookie, thank you so much. I'm going to have to get a book soon. I'm going to get a book, because loads of people do like stickers or drawings or like, yeah, and it would be nice to have everything in one place. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mouse knows me way too well, by the way.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a pride heart looks like, see Phoebe's face.
Ta-da!
I'm trying to look for the colors, okay? I don't have red.
You don't have red?
I have red, but it's like it's a glittery red.
Oh. Well, that'll do.
I don't have a clue. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
like loads of the conversations that we're having this next couple of weeks are because I've just reached out in the Pride Guild, and Fox was like one of the first that was like, yeah, I'll be on it. I'm like, oh, people actually do want to talk, because I think I'd reached out before and I had some interest, but then people not really available or didn't seem to want to, so I didn't want to push. And I was like, oh, that's a shame.
Thank you for the follow.
But also, I don't want to like. I'm very worried about like putting people on the spot, or it coming across like, hey, I don't know, like I could be someone that's like, hey, I want trans people on my panel. Like, doesn't really sound
too good.
And like, there needs to be more than that. So obviously, like, be careful if you do want to learn from others and educate others and ask about experiences. Not everyone's going to want to talk to you about the things you want to talk about. Not everyone's going to be comfortable about certain things. So always try and be like very mindful, hopefully. And like that was one big important thing to me. And just asking lots of questions and being like, are you okay with this? Is there anything that I can do to make you more comfortable? Is this okay? Is it gonna, like, I don't want it to end up like leaving this and being like, man, she was fucking rough about me, like, oh, that was harsh, or that, like, you know. But I feel like there's positives in like people just, you know, wanting to talk about important stuff and share experiences. They're so cool and important.
I feel like no one. Oh, I fucking knew she's gonna show up. Oh my god.
Did she get you some more?
She just gave me some more. She was looking. She was watching me struggle. I'm trying to find the rainbow colors, because here I wasn't really finding all of the rainbow colors that I needed. And look, I actually got set.
Oh, nice.
I got the blue, and well, I don't have the cyan. I guess this is whatever. It's gonna
That's
work.
it.
Okay.
It will
Mouse,
work.
you
We
get what
believe.
you get, and you
We're,
don't
tr-
try
we're
about it.
trusting the process. It's totally
Exactly.
fine. Ty's on their 23rd episode as of later today. Yeah, there is one later, isn't there? Did catch some of the Pride Guild raid train. Yeah.
But also very much valid everything that you have said about it, like, because I'm doing a repo lobby
Yeah, were you the one that
on
did that in the collab? I saw some,
yes.
because I was looking at. I always want to join things, and then I saw it, and I was like, if there are any more, I should ask. But
I
it's just a bit
mean,
of a
listen,
crazy
there's space if you want to join in. If you want to join in,
I'll have to message you after this, because also Ad in our chat is always asking about repo and modded repo recently, and I need to install, because yeah, a lot of our community like that, and I haven't played it enough.
I don't know if this is chat. Is this good
Yeah,
enough
that's
for Rainbow?
That's perfect.
I don't really
Yeah.
have like a green, and I don't see the yes, but yes, if you because yeah.
Well, you were saying about being super mindful or valid.
Okay, good. Yeah, the thing is, like I'm doing the repo collab, and I'm so scared of it, but I was also like, okay, I need to get like all of the information that I really need for everyone to have, and all of that, like not have any issues, because I anxiety, so
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to have any issues. So I'm like very much, going back and forth between people and communicating with them, and just like getting everything to be figured out nicely, and all of that. And it's just like trying to communicate everything that I need to communicate. For example, that I am not going to do like the streaming together, because as much as like, yeah, right now we're chatting and that's fine. I don't do anything else on my PC, so it's fine. But like, I know that my PC ain't really good, and if I'm gonna be playing a game that is going to be modded also, and I'm going to be the host, it might be a lot with it. So like, I want to also communicate like, hey, I'm not doing that, but without sounding like an asshole, basically.
No, I don't think that's arsehole
You know,
behaviour. But it's good to just
know how people
that's the thing.
take.
Yeah, I guess you got just like.
She stole the green. That's why I didn't get the green. I got the green now.
She's just giving you a bit of time. That's all it is.
Oh, that's not even this one. That's not even the same one. This is a different green. Okay, I'm picky. I was supposed to make the heart. How long ago was it, Mouse? I apologize. Okay.
1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Continue.
Wasn't it, chat?
Yeah,
Ad,
definitely
you said
just
like
1 minute.
invasive. That's the thing. I don't want to be invasive, but I also I want to be clear on like how things are, and I want, if people have any questions, I want to be like, ask me. Like, I know Fox was asking me like before stream, like certain things, like how do you want to do it? Do you want to go on Discord first or whatever? Like, there's little things can be so important for people to be like, okay, a bit less anxiety than I would have just not knowing how it's going to work.
Yeah.
It's still scary. I was absolutely scared before I came on. I had like, my stomach was like, oh my god, what if, like, you seem great when I've seen like your content, and I was hanging out on your stream earlier, and I was like, he seems great, but then I'm like, what if we're chatting,
yes,
and like he's like says something mean, or like is like,
oh yeah,
I don't like this girl, like, who's she? Why is she asking me this question? Or I don't know. Like, my brain just starts going, okay, I don't want that.
Okay, chat. Now we're gonna be mean to Phoebe. Chat.
You know what?
No, I'm joking. Do not even. Do not even.
I'll embrace it because I know it's a joke.
Okay, well that's
I won't even take
fair.
it seriously.
If you know it's a joke, then that's okay.
That's how I feel comfortable, and that's the thing. Like, I love this. Like, getting to meet people within the community, within the guild, within Twitch, like, those sort of connections are really important to me as well. Not just for a like podcast style stream, but like for just like,
for later.
It just feels nice. Yeah. For playing modded repo sometime or whatever.
Yeah, for example,
And you kind of like, I remember the people who I had good interactions with, and you also will remember the people you didn't have so much good interactions with.
Oh yeah.
It's important, isn't it? And so yeah, that's good.
I finished the heart, by the way.
Did
I
you? All
managed to
right.
do it. It
Can
only
we have
took
a
like
reveal?
15 minutes.
Oh, it's
But look at it.
oh look, it's beautiful. Oh, it's better than the one on my face.
There we go. Nah, nah. You know, I mean, it's glittery, so
Beautiful.
you know, I guess glitter like adds +10 to it, but like yours is drawn on a face. They
Yeah.
love to do that. Like I put away the book.
That's good.
I put away the book, and then they do
Michelle.
that. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate
Yay,
that.
Michelle.
No, she always also loves to say like, "Oh yeah, you know what? Since you have that out, here you go." So, but yeah, it's like I've done a bunch of different collabs with people throughout the, and it's just like it's always so scary. It is always so scary to do that. Like you want to because it is like, to be fair, Twitch is just working on that, working on collabs and on like reaching out to other people and you know, showing up basically. So you want that, but like at the same time it is so scary and like you never know how it's gonna be and just
Yeah.
Exactly what you said.
You have
if you
to,
have good experience, yeah,
it's all right, isn't it? And that's the thing. But you have to have that. You have to like try it and see how it goes. And then after that, it's like it wasn't so bad. But I definitely feel a lot less. The stomach has been fine since like the first minute now. So, but yeah, they could go any kind of way.
To be fair, you also had the raid train. This is your spot from the raid train, which is also adds to it, you know.
Yeah, because you're like, if the mood is like off, people know.
Yeah,
people will see it. So like,
exactly.
no, I'll be leaving this stream like being like, oh, that was really nice. That was a really good experience, and hopefully people have learned something, or at least kind of opened their minds to other scenarios that might come about.
Yup.
I'm trying to think of, because I had a few questions, but there are certain things that we've covered anyway.
Yes.
Which is
wait.
good.
I got them. I got them questions during the stream. I was like, wait, I need to write them down so I don't have to look at it. You know.
I can see it.
I mean, the introduction. Yeah, that's yes. Coming out. I mean, I guess we kind of, you know,
cover that as well.
I guess we covered that as well.
Yeah. Oh, so there's ones about communication. You've talked about that. You said about like particular struggles. I think like things like the hormones and things like changing, finding a name, calling yourself by something different, and helping Nicole as well when she was navigating things. Like they're all really good examples as well. How do you keep the relationship healthy now? That's a kind of weird one, but
no, actually I don't think it's a weird one. I think that's important. Like a very valid one.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. So the thing is, because like oh my god, we got like, because you know, like just being streamer, right? Just doing that while also like trying to link all of that together, like streaming and a job, whatever you do, like IRL stuff, right? And also then having a relationship and having all of that, but also having friends, you know. I am very much like strong for spending time with my friends and playing like off stream with them, and you know, they can confirm that or deny. If they deny, I will have a talk with them later on. Okay. So it's like having to link all of that. What we did, me and Nicole, what we did was basically we set up, so Sundays are usually our days to like just we're together, we're rotting on the couch, or like, are we
Love
cleaning,
a good rot.
wherever we're doing, but like most of the day we're basically spending together, and then maybe at like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. But like it's rare that it's 10 p.m. It's like more 11 p.m. or like midnight. I then go and, do my own things. But like in general, we have that one day where we spend time together, and it is really, really like a thing that is very helpful. And it really, for us, it really did a lot in terms of, first of all, to spend time together nicely and not have that thing where like we miss each other in between because, oh, she went to work and I was at home, or I went to work and she was at home, which right now is kind of better because we work the same workplace and we both drive for work together.
Oh, that's cool.
So we
Very
chill,
handy.
so we also spend time doing that. I'm looking at I'm looking at the whole thing of like the ready
This
bot.
ready for this ready for
I saw the first
Let's
time
give it a
when you had it,
Oh,
the first stream when you
yeah,
had it. I was
and
lurking.
I was like, will this ready bot shut up? It's been useful.
You can make
for
it shut up.
I know, but I keep forgetting about that.
Oh.
But also I want to annoy the mods. The mods are like, when this raid train is done, they're like, we're gonna ban that ready bot. No.
Oh yeah, fair. Michelle,
just kinda
please don't
funny.
call me out on saying that. Oh no, that was not. Oh, there we go. Dyslexia. I did not read the nah. Okay, I'm still gonna say nah. But yeah, it's so basically setting up a day where it's just like that is the day for us. That is the day where neither of us really like get on our phones even. We just spend the time together. We're together. We're like, I don't know, we're watching things, or even if it's like cleaning or shit like that, like whatever
doing
is
something
needed.
together, right? Yeah. A
Yeah,
duo
just
activity.
doing something together and not being on your phone, and not like just that, of course, like the ideal thing would be to, I don't know, go on a walk or something, but we are usually very very
No.
very tired, and it
Yeah.
doesn't really sometimes work that well. But that really helped. So that's dedicated time for each other, where we know that this time, like this day, is time for us, and we don't change it up.
I think that's really
And
important. I do that
yeah,
with my
just
partner as well. We have it one day, usually a Saturday.
yeah,
Maybe not the whole day, but like because he works as well. But Saturday
yeah.
and then into Sunday morning, that is.
Yeah, like date night, basically. Exactly, like date
Yeah.
night. So like that during that time when your partner is free and you're free, you just like, this is the time where we spend time together, and we're just chilling.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Is important.
Yeah.
Time together is important.
Thank
Time
you,
together is
Michelle.
important, but time apart is important as well. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Like
Yes.
I like space. We sometimes do like a Thursday evening as well, but sometimes like the last couple of weeks I haven't been able to because of work. But next week we'll resume that, and like I'd like to try and like for sure Saturday is like the one day that I might. Nothing else can change, but if it does, we move it to Sunday, for instance.
Oh yeah. Same,
yeah, like,
same here.
Just having that, and then having the space. I know, like, there were relationships that I've had in the past, so it felt too much for me, or like just living around the same person all the time. So space
It's
is
like,
important too.
you are in a relationship, but you're not one person. You are two individual people that are choosing to
Thank
live
you.
together.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people. I don't know if it's a saying just in the UK, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, my other half," and like, no judgment to people who use it, but I really don't. I don't like to use it because it feels like I'm like, we're not halves. We're two wholes that have come together.
Yeah.
But so many people, I guess, say it as like a metaphorical phrase or whatever, metaphor.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, for me it feels like I get how it's supposed to be like cute, but I'm like, I'm not a half. He's not a half.
Yeah, I'm
We
a
are,
whole.
like, we're great together, but we're not halves. I know. I just don't want to suppress anyone.
Yeah. No, Josie said it perfectly. Your partner should complement your life, not become it.
Yes.
And that is so true.
Yeah. Hi, Spider Lily as well.
That is like
Josie's,
so true.
Yeah, I always like to live by that. 100%
Yeah,
and 100%.
and I mean, to be fair, like for us, that was also something that we really had to figure out. Like besides the whole thing, like being trans and that, and like where does that sit in the relationship, and like where even our relationship is going, and all of that. That was also like a thing that we really had to kind of get through between each other, which is also like, of course, it's both on both of our experiences in life before, where one or another had like worse experience with something or better experience with something, and it's like that kind of trauma that can still be somewhere in the head, where like oh no, because my partner before was very very, I don't know, touchy feely, and didn't want me to leave them for even a second, so now I have to do the same, and now I'm like putting that pressure onto the other person, which is not good. But that's the thing, like that's talking about it and talking through, and finding the perfect
the perfect balance,
figuring out
right?
what works exactly. So it's just that, and it's like that's the thing. Communication. We've said that multiple
It's so
times today.
For anyone that didn't hear it the first time, communication is so important.
And if you didn't hear it the second time, communication is important.
Oh yeah, and the third time.
Oh,
what was the third one?
Communication is important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. All right, everyone, pop quiz. What was the 1, 2, and 3, first, second, and third things that were important? Come on, chat.
I believe in you. You got this, chat.
They gotta hydrate us up. Boundaries.
No, that's the fourth one.
That comes.
It's important, but that
You communicate your boundaries, but
only if your partner is into that, Josie.
Make sure you bite your partner. Chat are such trolls, aren't they?
Keeping
thoughts to yourself. God. Paisha, hello. Hi. I don't know.
Something to do with coming on vacation.
You know what, chat? Screw you guys.
Oh my god.
Well,
y'all are menaces.
You know.
Y'all are menaces. Oh my god. This is why we love chat though.
We'd not have it any other way. At least they make things funny.
Let them pay when going out. Yes, definitely. That was it.
That was Michelle hit the nail right on the hit the
nail right on the
nose.
What?
Hit the net. What? I've forgotten the phrase.
I don't really know the phrase exactly. Since English is my second language, so
it's a weird. People are weird with phrases. Anyway, no it.
Hit the head right on the nail. Is that it?
Hit the nail on the head.
Nail on the head. Yeah, nail on the head, because the nail has a head, and you have to hit the head. It's like nail on the head. Yeah.
Hit the nose right on the. I don't know why nose came into it. I was like, why not? Maybe just head. I don't know. Hi, Sophie.
What about just hit the bullseye?
Hit just. I don't even. Just what did I even? What was even? Oh, Michelle got it right. That's it. That's all I meant to say.
Yeah.
And you hit the nose on the nail with the head.
And hit the head on the wall, apparently.
Yeah.
No, we got it.
Yeah. All right, chap. We're professionals. Don't worry about this.
Definitely.
And hello, Kyla, as well. Hello. We got Fox Undercover with us, by the way. For everyone, you should know by now.
Hi.
So make sure you go follow him as well. He's really fun.
No, don't do that.
Well, I'm telling you to do it.
Well,
I'll do it, or I'll end the stream right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's a threat to chat. Don't worry. This is more chat. I will end the stream if you don't follow right now. Okay. Communication.
No.
All right, but I have one more question.
Yes.
And this is also, well, it could be super easy. There are many ways to answer. There's no right or wrong answer because this is your personal answer. But do you have any advice for others going through this?
I feel like there is actually a quiz.
It sounds a very like on the spot, like answer me this question. It's very one that's quite a big one. Yeah. But also you could just say communication even.
You know
but
what?
Like, yeah. but I don't want to sorry, I don't want to sorry.
No, but like, but you know what? With everything that we literally just talked about with communication is really
it honestly is. Part. It is, isn't it? It is. Communication. That can even cover like talking to your partner, talking to friends, talking to people online. That you maybe like someone you don't know can really give an outsider's view on it, a more neutral view. Sometimes that helps. Sometimes it might not help because the situation might be really difficult to explain and they only hear a small part of it. But it is really good. I'm like one of these people that likes to do a lot of research and ask like 45 people, what's it like to get... I had nose surgery one time. And I was asking like so many people what their experience was with it. So in the same for like anything that you want help with or you want to know something about, like talk to people. People might have different answers. People might have answers that you're like, okay, but at least you can get an idea. But then also communication with people. Sorry, I'm mindful that I'm just
communication very true. No, don't worry. But, it's fine. I yapped a lot, so that's fine. I'm not man. It's just yes. Yes. No, but first of all, I like for advice for people that go through similar things, just in general, similar things. Because, everyone's experience is different.
Yeah.
First of all, I say yes, communication is the most important part. Because at the end of the day, communication is the most important. Because if I don't tell you that I like something or that I don't like something, you will not know. And a lot of the people will not be able to read your mind about shit. And they will not know. And a lot of the times, they will understand it in their own way. And they will take their own assumptions about the things. So communication is very important. To communicate that, hey, I need this and this from you, and I don't like when you're doing this or when you're doing that. And as much as it is scary, but very often it doesn't really... Very often the scary thing, the bad thing more like, is not really happening in the end, in the outcome. It's like 99% of the time, it will not be the worst outcome that you are thinking is going to be. The 1% that it can really happen just shows that this person is not worth your time.
Yeah.
So just say bye-bye and go. Because like genuinely, you don't have space for negative people in your life.
And even that, then, like, you can work with if the worst outcome happens, there's a solution, or you can get through life. It's hard, but you can, like, the next steps, because it's all about you and all that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. First of all, hi Miela, and I feel like you're missing half of the conversation to really say anything about being a negative person. God damn it. Also, she just came in with turtle moan. Just because I have the redeems, on screen, so it was just like turtle moan. It was literally under your camera, and I was just trying to not laugh.
Brilliant.
Yes,
Brilliant.
I removed Daddy Pedro for today. Okay, I removed it because I removed everything that has text to speech because I didn't want for text to speech to be talking over while I don't know Phoebe is talking and oh my god, there's already so many redeems that y'all still have. Yes, Daddy Pedro Pascal. We love Pedro Pascal because he's Daddy. But going back to what we were talking about, very true. It is very often, even if it is the bad thing that is happening in this situation, you can still work through that. It's the question of how much do you have in yourself to be able to, put out there, put out there, and put into this situation.
Yeah.
So that is very important. But in general, communication, finding places where you can be yourself, even if it is like online. I would say online is like, because very very often everyone feels safer online.
Yeah.
Like when you go into a community that says that, oh yeah, this is an LGBTQI something something something, I don't remember what it I don't remember ever, like,
It's not
how does it
easy.
go?
It's not easy.
I just LGBTQ plus 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 something. So if you go to what?
I spot a rabbit. Sorry, I just completely. I just saw it hopping along.
That might
I'm
be.
sorry.
Oh yeah, he's here, but like he's right over somewhere.
Yeah.
Here. He just hid.
He just hopped
yeah,
over.
that's Vincent. So yes,
Sorry,
it's like so good. Finding the spaces where you can be yourself and where you can experiment, because very often, people in those LGBT spaces, they will very much be happy to accommodate for your need of experimenting and of finding yourself, and they will help you. They will give you resources that you might not even know that they are there.
Yeah.
What I also did like a lot was, at the beginning, I watched a lot of YouTube videos from trans creators. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I like educated myself on that because I was very interested in that, and very much like I was like, oh yeah, I want to know more about it. I want to know more about it, and I want to learn more about it, and like that definitely helped me to understand myself a little bit better.
That's good. That is cool.
I don't know where else.
No, that's really good.
I feel like that's like
having that out there.
Those are like the most important. I feel like these are the most important things. Oh yeah, also what Ash said before: do what makes you happy, and don't force yourself to fit into another person's box, and like standards and expectations.
Yeah, because even coming out to your partner or whatever, like, obviously you want things to work, and if it works, obviously great. But you also living your life for you. You gotta be happy and not kind of either suppress parts of it for someone else, or not be as forthcoming because you don't know how it's gonna be. Obviously, like I don't know if that makes sense, but of course it's like a big process, and I can't speak even from experience. I was like, how am I trying? I'm trying to say it. I'm trying to articulate
take your time.
What I'm thinking. But like, at the end of the day as well, just like, be you. And if people don't want that, then be you around people who do. Or at least search for spaces that will be, more appropriate. But it's easy for me to say, right? But it's so important. I
mean, everything, like, at the end of the day, everything is like easy to say, but it's hard to achieve. That's like just how life is. But the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Right.
So also there was a question.
I was just seeing
what advice would you give to someone having trouble dating whilst transitioning?
That might be a tough one because you haven't.
That might be a tough one. Yeah, I got pretty lucky, But I mean, just knowing how it is, because I know. Thank you. I like my hat too. It just stays on my head, by the way. I don't have it like attached to me.
I was wondering that
earlier. It
earlier.
just stays on my head.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, if I tilt too much, like if I tilt too much, it's gonna fall.
You have to tilt quite a lot as well, though. That's quite
It
cool.
has like a pretty, flat surface over here, so it's
That's
fine.
cool.
But yeah, the thing is, for me, I am in a relationship, as I said before, 7 years. A lot, like, well, 7.5 almost. And I was in this relationship before I started transitioning, so I did not go through the whole thing of like trying to date as a trans person. But if I were to go out there and if I were to be trying to date someone, like in general, in the situation that I'm in right now, I would probably say just be honest with people. And I know that it is very hard to do because of the fact that there is this kind of culture right now where there's like trans chaser or something like that, where there's like
Yeah.
basically people who are trying to get with trans people.
Like
um
fetishizing.
yeah,
Fetishizing?
exactly. But at the same time, you can still, like, I don't know, you can still go on a date with someone, and during that first date you can tell them that, hey, by the way, I am trans. I don't know, you can earlier on, you can kind of test it out and talk about it, talk about like topics like that to just see their spot, their like opinion on the matter, just to feel it out, or in general talk about LGBT stuff, and that also will tell you if this person is a bigot or not.
Yeah, that
So
usually can come out quite quickly from the
yeah.
bigots, at least.
And like I feel like because I feel like the biggest issue is if you go and straight up say, oh, I'm a trans person on a dating app, for example. If you say like, oh yeah, I'm a trans person, a lot of the time that attracts those, trans chasers where they just fetishize trans people. But when you go and like you start talking with them, and then you say, like, I don't know, on the first date maybe you say like, oh hey, by the way, I'm a trans person, and I wanted to say that right now before we, continue any further. And like, you decide what you want to do with it, basically.
Yeah.
So also,
Yeah.
we got another flex. You want to flex with me?
Oh, go on then. I don't know if
That
I'll
was actually
try this one now. Oh, that was good.
Yeah, the
But
the camera angle, that's why I do it the right one, because the camera angle makes the left one
I
not so big.
see. I've mirrored the thing. So doing that, it's my left hand, which I write with.
Oh.
But it feels hard to flex. This one, my right arm feels. I'm right-handed with a lot of things, but I'm left-handed with a
Yeah.
lot of things.
Ooh, yes. Also, there is T4T, which basically it means like relationship, where it's just like trans for trans, basically. So very often, just trans people end up dating other trans people.
Right.
And it will definitely make a lot of the things easier, because then you're dating someone that has went through a similar behavior, excuse me.
Yeah.
For
I
a
know what you
similar
mean.
thing,
Experience.
similar experiences. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no clue where the hell did I get behavior from. But yes, similar experiences, and they will understand a little bit easier what you're going through. But it doesn't
Yeah.
really always mean that,
Yeah. Lord Hobbs, that sounds like a nice experience. You were talking to someone and they made it clear they're trans. I'm like, okay, Anne, that's good. I'm sure people won't always get that response depending on who you talk to, but yeah, that's the thing, right? You communicate and you can make it clear, like, hey, that's not an issue. Like, yeah, I can. To be fair, like, I'm sure lots of people in the dating is hard in this day and age, I believe. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when I was dating years ago, and I was like, man, it's hard out there. I think it's even harder now, but I don't know.
I feel like
It's
that.
weird world. But I guess, like, yeah, if you're trying to find people, that's a whole different world. I guess Google can maybe help, like, recommend ideal places to look. Like, I know I don't know, for me Tinder feels like,
You know what?
I don't know.
I feel like in general, like the whole thing is like the fact that nowadays people are just like so closed in their phones and in like the whole thing of like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna use an app and that's gonna work, right? Like, I think we're lacking the whole thing of like just going out and just going up to people, and like if I see someone that I'm interested in, just going up to them and talking with them, or like if I'm for also going out to parties, because like how else are you supposed to meet people if you don't go out, right? And I say that, but
Yeah.
I'm very much that I don't go to parties. I don't
It's
like
scary going
parties.
outside. I was going to say the
Yeah.
fetishizing as well. Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just it's
lovely.
just like yeah.
Dating apps are fine. Fox is an old school kind of guy. Dating apps are fine. Look, do what you want to do, and just fingers crossed for anyone that's out there, putting themselves out there. Like, I understand it's rough.
Oh yeah, it is
And I
definitely
just,
rough.
I do hope that if people are looking for that special someone, that they do find people, and I guess it's a lot of time and patience,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's so many different layers to what people are out there for.
Yeah.
So
Also,
making your
Ross,
intentions clear.
to me, you will never look like a creep. Just an FYI.
It's
Oh
hard.
yeah, just go on
That's hard
Valorant,
though, isn't it? That's also hard to like.
Oh yeah, it is. And
put yourself out there.
This, I will say that this is something that I have like learned, because of the transition and all of that. God damn it, being a man and then like try like the whole thing of like, I don't want to seem like a creep, I don't want to creep out anyone, I don't want to scare anyone, because like I know how easy it is, like not how easy it is, or more like I know how it's like nowadays, like, oh my god, wait, I'm not putting into words. I know how it is to be on the other side, where for example, like for women or femme presenting people, how it is really just like everything can be a threat. Genuinely, everything can be a threat, everyone can be a threat, and you never know. And it is like nowadays, also because of everything that is happening, it's even worse. And like, it's like, that is the shitty thing about being a man and being perceived as a man, is that everything that I do can be very much seen as a bad thing, as a threat, and I'm like, I don't want that. So I just try to, like, everywhere I go, I try to make a safe space, and I try to be mindful of like everything that I do, because I don't want to, I don't want to scare people away.
No, that's valid.
At the same time, you don't know what experiences people had before.
Yeah.
And yeah, trauma,
Yeah. Ghost Weekend. What's Ghost Weekend? I'm not sure what Ghost Weekend. Does anyone know what Ghost Weekend is?
I have no clue.
No. Oh, Lord Hop says just go on Valorant. It's a better dating app.
Yeah, it really is.
People online through gaming.
So you just send down the Holy Ghost.
I didn't know that. People need to open their minds to it. I was very closed-minded about it, but now I get to know him and asked all the questions. Fucked up a few times, said the wrong thing. My mind is opened enough. Throw a rock at transphobes. Yeah. Yeah. It's...
Wait, what? No.
It's nice to, like, learn things and be like, yeah, it's not a bad world.
This is, but like, did you read what Hobbes wrote? Because I don't know where you were reading. I read what Hobbes wrote.
Oh yeah, sorry, yes.
Yes. That's the thing. This is why I am like so here, and so like, I'm happy that I got to build the community that I got to build, and the space that I got to build. And even though, like, if someone just from Twitch just randomly comes into my chat and I don't look at the tags, then don't look at anything, and I don't say that I'm trans, they will not know. 99% of the time they don't know. And I get to educate them because they don't come in to my chat and see like, oh, this is a trans person. They just see, oh yeah, this is just the person who's streaming the game that I like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then they get to, you know, get educated because I very often talk about things like that because I feel like it is very important, and also because I have the voice now to do it. And I not only I have the voice to do it, but I also have a very I would say strong voice to do it. And this is very sad thing to say, but male voices are usually stronger or like more listened to, and that is just a society being stupid. And you know, so I use it, that the fact that I got that now, I have it now, and I can speak up about it, and I know that I will be more listened to than before. I'm gonna fucking use that.
Might
you
as
know?
well. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. You know?
I think it's good. I think it's, yeah, it's definitely, if you have it, use it and show people that they like to overcomplicate things, or people like to make out something that is just not like, I don't know, like there's a lot of misconceptions about things, or this, like you say, assuming someone is a certain type of person. Like, also, why do people care so much?
Yeah, that is a very good question. Like, why do people care so much?
It's not hurting anyone.
Yeah. It's not like
know.
I'm going around and just like showing my genitals to people. Very, very strong image of that, but like, you know, like I'm not hurting anyone by just being me.
No, that's fair.
Happy Pride, Huff.
Hello, Huff. Happy Pride. Misinformation.
Yeah,
There's misinformation. There's like transphobes as well. A lot of transphobes just have these certain ideas that are like just.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the whole toilet thing is stupid.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's just a major thing that's like, this isn't true, or like, a trans person is not a threat to you.
Yeah.
In the ways
most of the time,
they make it out, it's like no. Like
most of the time when trans people go to the toilets, they just want to use the toilet and get out.
Yeah.
They just want to go pee and get out as fast as they can.
Yeah.
You
Because
know?
it's uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Ross.
That's
What do you...
Oh wait, unless I didn't see that one.
Wait, also Hobbs said, because Hobbs said, it took me ages to know Fox was trans. I was shook, but meeting him and learning about the trans issues and things really opened my mind, and I'm glad I met him because I have told people the things I've learned from him. So yeah,
like using the platform for even that one example is like huge.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. And I'm very open about it. Like, I'm generally very open about being trans, and like, yeah, okay, in IRL, because, you know, I don't want to deal with the transphobes, and like, it's easier online, because online I just, you know, ban, bye, go, right? IRL, I can't really just, you know, ban hammer in front of people's faces.
It's a bit harder that way.
Yeah, and it's because I'm like, for my safety. But I will still be speaking out about all of those things and about all of those issues, because I, you know, like, don't want to just... Like, I know that me speaking about it even a little bit can help out in the end. Like, later on, it can help out someone else. So yeah.
It's so important. And exactly that. It's important to you, right? It means something to make things positive.
Yeah, and I'm paving a way not only for myself but also for everyone else that is gonna come after me. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. People spreading hate often don't care about the truth or stats or anything like that. Yeah, they hear one person, they hear people that are on their side, shall I say, and they don't listen to the actual facts, or they hear certain things. There's a song out
just listen
now.
to themselves.
Yeah, they just don't have an open mind. There's a song by Kate Nash out at the moment that is has good message as well. Basically, it's like, I've never been threatened by a trans person, and talking about rape cases and stuff like that. Sorry, I trigger warning because my brain. But basically, it's a good song. Kate Nash, go and check it out. I think it's called Germ or something. It's been all over TikTok at the moment. But like, and it's important for people to spread messages all the time anyway. We've got like 9 minutes left till we have to raid out.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
that's
Also,
gone
hi,
so
Nico.
fast.
Hi. It did. It really did.
That's really nice.
Did. Also, another example of like my dyslexia. I wrote Mika's name. I wrote. Excuse me. I read at the first time that I saw micro penis, and that just kind of stuck.
I just see.
Yes, it just kind of stuck, you know. And then I also have another person who, in someone else's chat, I read their names. It's Katie Betts. Right? Yeah, I think so. And I read it as Katie's balls.
Oh, it's very different. But
there's a theme. Well, there's a theme somewhere in there, you know.
That's funny.
Also, yeah, no, EU is not that open. EU is not that open if it comes to like LGBT stuff. Just Poland itself, we literally had situations where our government was like, oh, you know what? We're going to make LGBT free zones, which basically means that like you're not allowed to be LGBT in those places. So it's not good. Okay. Same with Germany. As much as I am aware, with Germany is also not really too great.
Oh, really?
Because like there's a lot. Well, it just depends. Like it depends. Because closer to Poland, that part is bullshit. Closer to France, that part is like better.
Right.
You know, like seeing as like the politics go. Also, we literally have we literally had a presidential election, and it didn't go well. It's like Trump election. Basically.
Oh god.
You know,
that is just
so I feel like that says everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Hopefully this whole situation isn't forever and doesn't get worse, but like I guess there's so much to be done. The way it's going is very scary, and I know so many people are feeling that at the moment, and I know it's hard to think of it just like, because it's not going to change overnight, right? It's not going to just get better overnight. There's so much to be done, but I guess like if you can do something, and I guess figuring out what you can do, because that's a thing in itself. Like there's a lot of the time where I'm like, how can I get involved? How can I really truly be part of like a movement of history of like making things better? And a lot of the time I don't know, so it is just trying to like find out, do some research, make a stand, go protest. There are so many things to do. What is most effective? I don't know right now, but I certainly know that the people in power are.
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna, maybe somewhere, maybe. But in the meantime,
we gotta stand together at the same time, right? Like, at least, I mean, people that are part of the community are gonna support, and allies are gonna support. But we really do need to be stronger together, or something. As cliche as it is, I don't know.
You know, I think in the meantime we just gotta make our communities and make our safe spaces for people, because it's gonna be easier to fight against something if we have the person that is gonna be leading us, and we as humans are very much like what is it, flock animals, whatever.
Oh,
You know,
like
we like to
sheep
flock
or...
together. Sheeps, yeah, we like sheeps. Okay, if we have someone that is leading us, it's way easier. If we don't have someone that is leading us, we're just gonna spread around and do our own things somewhere there. Yeah, social animals, exactly. So they like, we gotta make our communities, we gotta make our spaces, and just, you know, fight with everything that we can, the way, like, with everything that we want to fight with that in a way that we can.
In a way that,
And
yeah,
yeah,
in a way
just
that you can.
safe spaces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's important to be vocal about that as well. Like, I'm always talking about how we are an inclusive community and how I want to be part of inclusive communities. Like, that's always a standard thing. Hello, Yakupo. We're just about to raid out as well, so it's going to be a raid on.
Yeah.
We're going to continue your raid. Hi,
I
friends.
wanted to say, if it's fine, that we're gonna yeet out of the streaming together. I'm just gonna say my goodbye to the chat, and then I'm gonna raid out right after you.
All right. Thank you
I'm
so
gonna
much
I'm
for
gonna
the
let you
follows
pave
as
the way
well.
this time.
All right, I'll put it in the shared
Because
chat.
yeah, we're running on the time.
I'll put the raid message. But yes, of
Yes.
course. So in like 4 minutes, we'll do a little raid.
Yeah,
That sound
I'm
good?
I'm gonna follow what is happening on the like, I got already the what is it called, the
message
stream open for
Yeah.
the next person, and I'm gonna yeet the message in my chat, so it shows up. So yeah,
right.
no
Well,
worries.
bye,
I got
shared chat.
everything ready.
Thank you so much for your time today as well, Fox.
Yes.
Everyone go follow Fox Undercover. And can we have one more shout out as well? Thanks everyone for being so lovely.
And my community should fucking go and follow you. God damn
Your
it.
community is amazing.
Go follow Phoebe. You know. You see there, you know.
Hello.
We vibed. Let's go. Yes.
And also, I'll see you at Repo sometime. All right.
Yes. You know, we still have spot for Sunday, just an FYI.
Oh gosh. I'll see what time it is. I'll message you.
It's like earlier. Also, thank you for the follow. It is like
see.
earlier, because it was like 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. my time, so it's gonna be 4 p.m. 6 p.m. your time.
That might be when I'm doing I'm doing a talk. But we'll keep in touch.
We'll keep in touch.
This is not the end.
We'll keep in touch.
You'll see.
This is not the end. Yes.
Anyway, you guys say your goodbyes.
Yes.
But thank you. I appreciate it.
And thank you for your chat also for being so awesome and
course.
so cutie patooties and everything.
You.
And I shall see you around and see you in the raid part.
See you in the raid part. All right.
Yeah. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So that's that. Thank you. That was lovely. That was so lovely. All right, chat. I'm back in this weird spot. Yakupo, thank you so much. I'm so sorry to be like all over the place. I'm so sorry to everyone. I know I try and make sure I'm acknowledging everyone. Yakupo, thank you so much. Huff, thank you for following. Thank you for bringing your wonderful raiders in. Can we have a shout out for Yakupo again, please? Thanks for doing this. Thank you for being here. This is so important to me because I don't speak for trans people. I don't have experiences. I'm not a trans person, so I don't have a trans person's experience. But I want to learn, I want to educate, and I want to share what we can share and spread awareness and, you know, just try and be understanding people. Eve, thank you for being our train spotter as well. So we're gonna go raid out to Not Bella, and let's do so Not Bella is like that, and we're gonna all raid over, and we're gonna do this little message here. So everyone copy pasta. It's a double raid, so. Midnight, yeah, it didn't turn out too well, but I just like put a load of stuff on my face, put some eyeliner around it, and then just did makeup remover around. But I don't know if it's too big, I don't know, but anyway, it sent the message across. All right, so we're gonna go raid Not Bella now. seriously, thank you all so much for this. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at 1:30 UK time, 1:30 BST, with Mel Zelia. We're going to be playing One Night Hot Springs. I love that game, and I want Mel to play it, and I want to talk about it as we go through. It's following the experience of a trans person as well, but also their friends and the experience, the situations they find themselves in. I think it's really important for people who aren't trans to play it and to see what kind of experiences someone might have in that position. So thank you so much again. And we're going to go to Not Bella. All right, chat. I will see you hopefully again soon. But if not, just make the most of your lives. We only get one, and it's so important to just live it to the fullest and be the person you want to be. All that kind of thing, you know? You know? Anyway, all right, we're setting up. I love you all as a friend. It's Saray, thank you. Thank you for following as well. Hugs the Duck, thank you. Thank you, every single one of you in here. I couldn't have done it without you. All right, bye. I gotta find my